Back to the Future just ends as like a to be continued. Go ahead and watch Back to the Future 3 in like 2 years when it comes out, essentially. Because
Yeah, they're
they
setting it
don't
up.
do that anymore. But back in the day, like that kind of thing happened every once in a while. And it was just like a kind of a crazy idea that they did that. And I'd just forgotten because I was doing our karaoke movie night last night, and one of the guys had requested Back to the Future 2 because we'd already watched the first one a while ago. And I was like, oh yeah,
Right.
sure, sure, sure. And we watched 2, and then it comes to the end, and I'm like, so next week I guess we're watching Back to the Future 3 because everybody's gonna want to know how it
So might as well finish
happens.
this off. Mhm.
I thought it was so
Yeah, it's
clever
an
that they had all these references to the Back to the Future 3 in Back to the Future 2.
yeah, right, right.
Just because, like, he winds up winning against the big bad guy by putting, like, the metal body armor under his thing, and it shows, like, a scene from Clint Eastwood doing that in a movie, and then shows, like, the fight and talks about the history and mentions the characters, and I'm like, oh, yeah, because they fucking made them to be one movie. It was just really long, and so they split it in half.
Mhm. Were there any cliffhangers after the first Back to the Future? I don't know if they knew there was
Nah,
going to be.
Back to the Future 1, I think, was fine.
Yeah,
Maybe there
yeah.
was. I don't remember, though, to be honest. There
I
might have
don't think
been.
there was.
It was
No,
what's
yeah, it wouldn't make
interesting
a
is
lot of sense.
Back to the Future and Teen Wolf both came out in 1985, both of which had Michael J. Fox playing like a teenager because of the show that he was in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Family ties.
Yeah, Family Ties, where he
Yeah.
was playing a teenager. But yeah, I thought
Still
that
not as
was
egregious as like Luke Perry playing a teenager, I think.
yeah, it's just one of those things where they're like, we find that people like it when Michael J. Fox is a teenager. Just put him in everything.
Right?
It's like,
No
all
matter
right,
how old he gets,
find that
he's playing a
people
fucking
like it when
teenager.
Michael J. Fox is a teenager. Oh yeah, put him in everything.
Right?
It's
Yeah,
like, all
I
right.
still feel like compared to like playing, yeah, like a Luke Perry or a Jason Priestley,
Oh yeah,
he seemed like more of a teenager than them.
he
I
does.
guess.
He does come
Mhm.
off a lot more like a teenager than them. That's true. They come off like very much adults
Yeah,
pretending to be
fucking crazy.
teenagers. Destiny thinks
Have
he's
you ever
oh.
seen?
Sorry, I
Have
just
you ever seen the Rock and Roll High School Forever with like Corey Feldman in them?
Uh, no, I don't know if
It's
I
a
have or I
really weird.
haven't. It sounds
Uh,
familiar, but like I can't recall it offhand. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where like
yeah,
I could watch
it's
it and
really
then
weird.
find out, oh yeah, no, I've fucking seen this before. I remember this. I remember that. But it's been so long.
Yeah, I think you remember it. Like they're going to high school, like Corey Feldman and all his friends are like the rock and roll guys, and then there's like the jocks or whatever that are not,
Oh yeah.
that kind of shit. And then the fucking principal, call them like Principal Vader.
Principal Vader.
The reason, yeah, the reason I bring it up is because Jason Priestley has like a small part in that one
Oh,
where
okay.
like goes in and like seduces the principal,
That's not weird and
and then
creepy.
everybody's like, yeah, and it's very androgynous, this principal, um, and yeah, because they're watching, they're like, oh wow, Vader's a chick.
Mm.
But yeah, she's like fucking like, it's actually a pretty decent movie, when Corey Feldman hadn't quite lost his mind yet and was still kind of entertaining. Right on the edge of that transition.
Oh
That
yeah.
that movie came out.
Yeah, Corey
Yeah, if
Feldman.
you
The
if you're
abuse
recording
and
up,
the
it's still
drugs did
decent.
not serve Corey Feldman well.
Yeah,
Like some people come out on the
yeah,
other
but
side
yeah,
of that like normal and sane and like still talented, and he came out like a fucking wreck and a lunatic.
yeah, and he's still a fucking mess. Dude, when he was trying to do, I forget what the fuck he was trying to do, but he was very convinced that people were trying to stop him, the powers that be, or whatever, because they're like, I think their internet crashed or something, right? And then like
Mm.
he's like, they're hacking us in real time. Like he's freaking out. He actually said they're hacking us in real time.
Yeah, I would imagine if the powers that be were trying to stop him, it would be legal means that they would use. Like, they would go after him with lawyers, not trying to hack him in real time.
Yeah, it's
It just
fucking
shows you
weird.
how paranoid he'd gotten, apparently. Because, I mean, obviously he didn't know how hacking works, but...
Yeah, he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's heard the word hack. He remembers that.
You gotta feel bad for him, though, you know? Like, because it is because he got abused by a bunch of fucking people and got hooked on drugs when he was a kid. I mean, Drew Barrymore almost died from drugs when she was, like, fucking 12, dude. Like, she was hooked on drugs before she was 12 because of the fucking Hollywood thing.
Yeah, she's talked about it. She's like, well, you know, my mom would say, like, so do you want to go to school or do you want to go to, like, Studio 54 and hang out or, you know, like, wherever?
Yeah, I even heard,
what's a kid gonna
in
choose?
one of the documentaries that they were doing about it, that fucking Anthony Kiedis even banged her and shit when she was, like, 13 or 14 and he was a full-on adult.
Oh, wow.
Which makes me have zero sympathy for him and the whole thing with Cher. Because she banged him before he was an adult. Like, she banged him when he was like 15 or 16 with his fucking, because she was babysitting for his parents.
Oh, wow. That's fucking crazy. I didn't know any of that.
But it just goes to show you, like, fucking Hollywood is poisonous with fucking pedophiles. Like, they're fucking everywhere in there. And it's not, you know, it's not the men or anything like that. It's literally just fucking all of them.
Yeah, it's like if you made it to the age of 16 without, you know, fucking or getting fucked by like one of your parents' friends, like you're kind of abnormal
in Hollywood.
Almost.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's partly. I think this makes sense, but I think it's partly the fact that the entire industry is just based on your appearance. Really, I mean, it has nothing to do with talent. You look, there's a lot of really incredibly untalented people that have managed to make massive careers because they have the right look.
Indeed.
You know, for every Kevin Pollak who actually like inhabits a character and becomes a different character, and you could genuinely not realize you're watching him in some films. There's gonna be and I love Keanu Reeves, but Keanu Reeves is just fucking Keanu Reeves in every fucking movie. He just has the perfect look to be in Keanu Reeves, you know?
Yeah. Not a whole lot of range with that
And he's
guy.
a great guy. He's one of the very few that's actually a decent human being in Hollywood. He's actually who Drew Barrymore credits with getting her off of drugs, and not by fucking her like everyone else tried to.
Right.
She was apparently like having a hard night on some particularly strong drugs one night, and he just picked her up and took her out for a ride on his motorcycle and talked with her about like life and the universe and their place in it and all sorts of shit, and fucking gave her enough of a positive interaction with a person that wasn't involved with drugs or sex that it actually helped motivate her to get off of the drugs and to start actually, like, you know, not killing herself.
Nice. Yeah, no, he definitely seems like one of the few decent human beings that's like lived, you know what I mean? That's like been into that shit for almost his whole life that actually turned out to be a decent human being.
Yeah, there's like a YouTube video, I don't know if you've seen it, where he's, there's a lot of YouTube videos of him being a nice guy. But, like, just walking down the street or, like, hanging out in a fucking, like, store or some shit. But, some lady backed into his motorcycle and knocked it over, and he's like, well, you know what, lady, if it starts, I'm not even going to stress about it, so let me just see if I can get it started. If I can get it started, then, you know, don't worry about it, you don't owe me a thing. Just, you know, take care of your own car, no big deal. And it's like, that's pretty uncommon for, like, a celebrity. You know, usually you see them, like, melt down and freak out and start like screaming about lawyers and suing and all that kind of crazy shit. I mean, he was just like, yeah, I can fucking fix this. As long as it runs, I'm good.
Alright. Yeah, shit. Alright, I put a picture of Vader there. If you're interested in what that character looks like. That's Principal Vader from Rock and Roll High School Forever. So I think it was the Ramones. The Ramones had the regular, just Rock and Roll High School, right?
Oh, that looks really familiar. I might have seen this, maybe, but probably not the whole thing. I
Dude,
feel
it's a
like I've
weird
seen
fucking.
bits and pieces on like TV here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like caught like
yeah,
the last five
yeah. There's
minutes
some
or like
funny
10 minutes of the middle or something. Because I've seen this fucking lady before.
yeah, right. Yeah, there's the one like there's one point they have to do like piss tests, and they fuck with the guys by going in with like apple juice. And there's like the Asian guy in there, and he like grabs it. No, it's obviously not piss, but it's apple juice. He's like, wait a minute, this no might be. He's like, yeah, wait a minute. And the other guy, obviously they're fucking in on it. He's like, yeah, no, this isn't my pee either. And they're like swapping them and like drinking it and like tasting it. And they're like, oh yeah, I know, that's my. So that was a decent scene. It's funnier than what I just described. I've got to imagine. It's pretty good in the movie.
Oh yeah,
Or
I
the one where they're
imagine.
dissecting a frog and the fucking the weird chick that's friends with Corey Feldman's little group. Like they're dissecting frogs and she brought in like sushi and she's pretending it's part of the frog and eating it.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, it's actually a pretty good movie, dude. I mean not the greatest ever, but it's
I
silly and
actually had a
fucking
moment
pretty
like that in
entertaining.
high school. We didn't eat what we were dissecting because it was soaked in formaldehyde. But when we were doing the dissecting fetal pigs, we had to like cut them open and like separate out and find their organs and all that shit.
Right,
They
right.
gave us a sub. So my group would just take turns pulling out different organs and taking them over to the sub and asking her to identify them. She started turning green and
Oh,
eventually
fuck.
she was like, "You're not
Dude.
allowed to come over here anymore. You keep that fucking pig over there."
Oh fuck, dude! I remember. Oh shit! I think we did the dissection of frog in like eighth grade. That sound right? I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe
I
no, no,
don't know
maybe
when you
not.
guys did it.
Maybe
I
not.
know we did it in like it was like ninth or tenth. It was almost like the first year of
Yeah,
high school. It was like the second year of high school, I think, for us.
yeah. It was either eighth grade or ninth grade. Dude. What was really funny is there was like two partners, like two chick partners that were totally grossed out by it, right? Um, they ended up fucking the frog up, like just fucking. Um, what
Butchering
do you
it.
call it? God damn it. Yeah, there was a word I was trying to think of though. Not maim? No, not maim. God damn it. Whatever. But yeah, they fucked it up like way worse than anybody else. Like they're all timid about it, and then I'm like, why is the top head of it like its top jaw and head gone? Like that wasn't part of the fucking deal.
Mm.
Like you didn't have to do that. Like what the fuck? So yeah, it's
Like you
kind of
guys
funny
did
because
a
they
completely
were,
unnecessary job butchering the shit out of this. Why?
yeah, you were all grossed out by it, and you fucked your thing up way worse than anyone else did. It's really
Yeah.
bugging me that I can't think of the fucking word I wanted to use. It'll come to me.
Let's see. Mutilating, butchering,
Mutilate. Yeah, mutilate was probably it. No, but
mutilate.
that works. That would have worked. That's well enough. That's good enough. That's close enough.
Close enough. Fair. Yeah.
All right, we can move on. But yeah, if you're ever bored enough, because yeah, like I said, I think Rock and Roll High School was what do you call it? The Ramones, and then they just added the word forever to it and did a spoof of it
Hmm.
essentially.
Let's see. I'm gonna
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
do a quick
Yeah,
flash
that
and
was the
leave the
Ramones.
trailer up.
So it's got to have the word forever. Otherwise, you're just watching the Ramones
Mm-hmm.
movie, which is fine too, I suppose.
Yeah, really, not like that's a bad thing.
Where is it?
Oh, YouTube's apparently having a problem with ad block again. Every time I pull up a page, it's like ad block is not allowed, and I'm like, fuck you, it's not your decision to make.
Right.
You offer a
Oh, they're
publicly
on
available
again.
website, and we get to decide whether or not we want ads. It's not your decision.
Oh
Somehow,
shit.
YouTube has managed to turn off my ad block plus, which is crazy.
All right. I was trying to look for just the trailer, but I shouldn't be surprised. We're probably not making a lot of money from this, so.
Yeah. I'm just
I
amazed that
believe that's
YouTube
the whole
knows how to
thing.
turn off my ad block. Like literally, my ad block plus is disabled now.
Wow.
Yeah, they literally like it just shuts off my ad block plus now. YouTube does it. I'm like, I don't know how they do it, but that's some crazy shit. I feel like
It's
a
learning.
computer program shouldn't have that option available to it. You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't be something that they're legally allowed to do to turn off programs on my computer. Like I can see them popping up a page that says like, if you have
Yeah.
ad blocker on, we're not going to let you play our web videos or something. But actively being
Yeah, yeah.
capable of
To actually
disabling
change your
software on
setting.
my computer, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts, man. Oh yeah. Forgot, dude, there's a picture of I put the stuff up about the Saturn's moon Iapetus.
Yeah. That lady's fun. I like that lady. I've seen a bunch of her stuff on YouTube as of late.
Yeah, but no, there's like a picture of it where it looks a lot like the Death Star because there's like a huge crater in one spot, and it looks a lot like the fucking Death Star. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why like the remote viewer guy said that there's like a resort in that crater, basically. Like the richest guy in the galaxy built a resort on that moon.
Oh, really?
The richest being, I guess, probably would not be human, or it might be. You never know. But yeah, apparently, which is a good story because that would be a great view. Like you look up in the sky and there's just a gigantic Saturn and its rings just fucking right there in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a great point of view.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense. Again, I don't worry about whether it's real or not. That would be something if there are other species, if rest of the this galaxy at least is populated at all with spacefaring whatever. I could see him building a resort there, and I don't know how many moons, how many planets out there outside of our solar system, have giant fucking rings around them like that. So if it's a fairly unique view, I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Super rich guy building a resort right there.
Oh, absolutely. I could have. I mean, just having a resort in space would be fucking crazy at this point.
Yeah, no, it would definitely not be anyone from. Imagine that if there was something like that actually. It would be somebody from like another fucking solar system, galaxy. Well, not galaxy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Somewhere from somewhere else, like the Andromeda one. That one's heading towards us, right?
Oh yeah.
Our
Is there something heading towards us? Another galaxy? Oh yeah, another galaxy. There's always a galaxy.
Yeah, the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies are careening towards each other
at incredible speeds. But the distances are so vast that like we'll never see
everything's
connect.
Pretty spaced out anyway. Like there'll probably be a few things smashed together, but not much. And I'm sure they'll fuck up, like they'll pull on each other and tug on each other or whatever, and fuck shit up a little.
Oh yeah,
but I can't
Earth
imagine
might get pulled out of orbit and go dead or something, but we'll be long since passed away at that point.
Yeah. I thought it saw something. They're like, oh, it's going to happen like 40 billion years earlier than we thought. I'm like, okay, so it's still like billions of years away then. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 40 billion sooner. I'm like, oh my God.
Is it 40 billion sooner next Wednesday? Because if it's not next Wednesday, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not, not in my lifetime.
Gotta be careful with that stuff, man.
God damn. Oh, did you watch that Snow White pitch meeting, by the way? That was pretty funny.
I forgot. I got mixed up watching the Johnny Somali stuff and going like, holy shit, he's really gonna go to prison now for sure. It's a guarantee.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I really thought, like, I was like wondering if he's just trying to be so much of a nuisance that they're just like tired of him and they kick him out. Like, I'm wondering if that's what he was going for.
Mm,
Major. If so, it's a major miscalculation because they really seem pretty determined to make an example of him so nobody else tries the shit, which is a
yeah,
wise
I don't
decision in
know
my.
what his plan was, um, other than just being incredibly fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure what he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
thinking, but like
yeah,
it was
yeah. I guess it's his
real
only
fucking
shot at
stupid to
relevance.
think it was going to work out the way he like in any other way. So the charge he
Yeah.
just got recently, or that it's going to be landing on him very very soon, is for making the deep fakes of that Korean streamer
Oh,
and
right,
then
right.
spreading
Because
them
he's
on the
fake
internet. Which
wrestling.
at this point, like he can plead guilty or not. It doesn't matter. He's already pled
Yeah, it's
guilty to a
obvious
bunch of
what
other
happened.
charges. So it kind
Yeah.
of doesn't matter if he pleads guilty. It's too late. So he's not only is he going to have um, the charges from that, he's also going to get charges from. It's going to count extra because he's already a repeat offender. He's pled guilty to all these other crimes.
Yeah.
So, and there
Yeah.
is no sentence for that crime that does not involve prison time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a minimum of prison time. He will be doing at least like a year in prison no matter what. And they have like a 98% conviction rate in Korea, like real justice in that system, sure.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They never make mistakes. That's amazing.
Well, you know what's shitty is their conviction rate is 98%. If for chance somebody like frauded you or something, they don't do anything to make you whole. They just take money from them for the government because they're guilty of fraud.
Wow. That's amazing. So it's not. Yeah. It's restitution, but the restitution goes to the fucking government
Mm-hmm.
instead of the aggrieved party. That's
Yep.
fucking.
It's some real freeze dried bullshit. But
Yeah,
it's
that's pretty
definitely kind
fucked
of
up.
funny in its own respect, I guess.
But yeah, I would love to hit Johnny Somali with some truth serum of some kind and have him explain what the fuck he is thinking, because it's not real clear. And I don't know. I don't think he's crazy though. I think he's just doing the only thing he knows how to do that gives him any little bit of relevance.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
a little
know.
crazy. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's just like, this is my only shot at any kind of fame or notoriety. Because I think
I
he
don't know
started
what's
off
going
doing
on with him in his
regular.
head. All I know for sure
Um,
is that dude is fucked.
yeah, he's fucked. Yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, it'd be funny if he ends up having to do cabbage farming that everybody's talking about. But I feel like even that's like too nice. Like I feel like he should just be in a really shitty prison. It's fucking horrible, where he
Yeah.
doesn't get to go outside.
I don't know. I think the way they look at it is like, if you're gonna be forced to do something, we might as well make some sort of profit off of it,
Yeah, yeah.
Like it should really sting, kind of thing.
Yeah, apparently a lot of them end up doing that kind of shit, right? And
Yeah,
farming,
it's
other
it's
kind of
kind of
labor.
crazy when you think about it. Like the complete lack of concern that he has for what's going on. Because yeah, they're definitely gonna like work him hard in the fucking what do you call it, in
Yeah, the labor camp or
the
whatever
labor
the fuck,
camps or the cabbage farm or
different
whatever it
farms.
is. I guess there's like a lot of
Yeah.
different options. It's not just one thing. But yeah, he is just fucking himself so badly right now. And you can't feel bad for him because he's such a fucking insufferable little prick. And everything he's done is at the cost of harassing and abusing random people on the street in like the worst ways. You know, so it's like, you know, oh yeah, poor Johnny Somali. Yeah, poor everybody that had to tolerate him, you know? Like,
yeah, for sure.
You know, fuck Johnny Somali. He's a piece of shit. He deserves everything he's getting. It's like zero sympathy because he clearly has no consideration for anyone but himself.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I think...
Yeah, I don't know if he's expecting the U.S. like government to fucking intercede on his
don't
behalf
give a
or something. Yeah,
he's not important. They don't give a shit about him. And number one, he's not important. Number two, it's not like they're going after him for political reasons. They're going after him because he did shit he's not supposed to do. And the USA does not usually help people like that unless they're famous. You know, that stupid cunt from the basketball team that decided to disregard Russia's laws on weed. And everybody was like, oh, no, that's totally reasonable. No, it's fucking not. You go to another country, you respect their fucking laws, you know? You don't go there and just do whatever the fuck you want. They should have let her ass rot in a fucking prison. Maybe then Johnny Somali would not have thought he was so fucking important that he could just do whatever he wanted.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think that at this point, it's guaranteed minimum. I don't remember exactly what the minimum was, but I'm assuming it's somewhere in the range of, like, he's going to be doing probably at least a year in prison. Bare minimum. But I mean, you look at him, like, that's not going to go well for him. He's not going to do well in prison.
Yeah.
Unless he's just turning around and becoming somebody's bitch first day. Like, there's no way that's going to end well for that dude. He's going to have to start dating people in there and shit. Oh, and then I was surprised by how much Diorio was agreeing with what some of the more crazy shit that what's his face was accusing that chick of doing.
Yeah. Which parts?
Well, he was saying, like, you know, that, like, he beat her, or she beat him and stuff like that, and all sorts of crazy shit. I can't remember specifically.
I thought he was pointing out that it was like, yeah, she hit you, like, once, and kicked you, like, once, apparently.
Yeah, I thought it was odd that they were, like, giving him credit and saying that was probably true and stuff, and I'm like...
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I think the same person I'm looking at, because he looks like a serial killer. Like, he does not look at all like somebody who's genuinely telling the truth about any of this. Like, it just does. Like, I've worked with people that have been abused by their women. Like, I've worked with guys like that, and when they talk about it, it's not that fucking deadpan. Like. You know what I mean? Like, they're much more emotional about the whole thing. And then to claim that it started on the first day they dated, or the second date, and he stayed, like I'm sorry, don't make me laugh.
No, that's bullshit. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Everything he said came off as just bullshit to me. Like, I'm sorry, but everything this guy's saying is just not true. Like, I can't imagine why anyone would believe any of what he's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I want to know the impression I got from what Diorio was saying is he was just like, yeah, no, they're both kind of toxic, but it wasn't really equal.
Like, he still hasn't addressed any of, like, the whole, like, I'm gonna smash your fucking head with a brick kind of bit, and...
Yeah, no, it's the same way that, like, it's the same shit that, like, Destiny or Hassan or any of those fucking people do. They don't focus on the main shit. they find some other fucking stupid shit that doesn't really matter, and they just focus on that instead
Oh
to draw
yeah.
attention away from the big shit. So yeah, it's kind of that thing. Like, yeah, no, he's not going to talk about stuff that's irrefutable.
Well, one of the
You know,
things that
the
always
main thing
got
everybody
confused
gives a
me was
shit about.
Hassan wanting to debate, where he's like telling Ethan, like, "Come on, debate me," and it's like, "What do you mean debate?"
Yeah, watch the fucking video.
Yeah, there's no debate. Everything he said is factual, and he provided video evidence of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. If you
what
want to try
are
to
you going to
refute it,
debate? There's no like question.
yeah. Well, that's what he's. Yeah, if they actually debated, they would not be. Ethan, said in any of the videos, or at least not for very long, if Hassan could help it.
Yeah.
He's gonna redirect it to some shit, some other shit. You know what I mean? Like when he had I guess he had some kind of debate with Willie Mack a while back. I mean that's kind of basically what he did. Like they weren't even arguing about what the fuck they were supposed to be debating about.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine what they would even like talk about, because it sounds like Hassan is just going to try to make it about Palestine versus Israel.
Yeah, yeah,
And nothing at all whatsoever
yeah,
to do with the fact that Hassan has been like platforming terrorists and all that kind of stuff.
Quite
it's
obviously like, hates Jews with a passion. Like it's pretty hard to deny that at this point.
Oh yeah.
That he and his crew really despise Jews. But yeah, no, dude, the amount of fucking the amount of times that Alex used the same fucking screenshot in like a slightly different format was like maddening. I'm like, wow, you really think everyone's fucking stupid, don't you? You have no respect for anyone's intelligence.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
yeah,
he's got like a cult. Like if you look at the way Hassan's fans are, they're very much like a cult.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the left wing like political stuff, it's a cult.
Yeah, I don't know. Does Alex? I don't know anything about the fucking crowd. I don't know if it's the same. Probably.
I would imagine any fans that guy has, guy being a usually used term, are definitely cult members of the, not necessarily his cult specifically, but you know, like what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of the term. God darn it.
Parasocial?
But of the left wing cult, the like where they like believe all the weird, silly nonsense that the left wing goes for. Like they have like special language, and there's like like special terms and language, and everybody has these little like special roles that they can take and fill in, and
yeah.
Like all these people basically are like cults. It's like they're not like
Yeah, you're always gonna have those diehard fans that are just gonna fucking blindly believe whatever fucking nonsense you feed them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could not believe how much, because I think he had like maybe 4, maybe 5 if I'm being generous, like different pieces of info that he used like hundreds of times, or probably at least 100 times. And they're like 5 different like pieces of information or whatever, like 5 different screenshots. He's like, all right, here it's the same one underlined for these 2 spots, and here's the same thing, but something else is underlined in red. And then there's these text messages, and here's this one where it's out of order. The what do you call them? The colors are different. So some of these are screenshots from my Alex's phone, some of these are screenshots from Alex's phone. But there was like, he just kept using the same fucking pictures in different formats to try to make it look like he had a huge amount of evidence. I guess,
Yeah.
is what he was going for. But yeah, I was like, wow. Really have no respect for the intelligence of the average fucking viewer. If you thought that was gonna fucking work.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, I thought Diorio was gonna have a fucking stroke or a heart attack trying to understand what the fuck he was getting at with everything in that fucking video. Because he really did just repeat himself, dude. Constantly. Like, that video could have probably been done in about 12 minutes.
Oh
And he
God,
stretched it out to
yes.
about fucking an
There was
hour
no
and
reason
45
for that
minutes or
video to
whatever.
go for as long as it did. Like, my God.
Yeah, and during that whole time,
Never
it didn't
ending
cover the
fucking
I'm gonna bash your
nonsense.
head in the wall with a brick, or lay down like a good little dog.
Yeah, that was a particularly onerous one too. Like, it was like, what? Like, fuck
Dude,
did you just say, dude?
so
Really?
fucking kidding.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah, although I thought like she actually the more recent stuff I've seen from that, she actually seems like she's not the typical like insecure fucking like I'm just gonna put up with this shit. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
That was kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
interesting because a lot of girls would have just kowtowed to him, and yeah, she was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna co-sign your bullshit.
I gotta say, I've met a lot of women, especially because I did dancing, and a lot of my friends over the years have been women more often than men, honestly. I don't know that I knew a single woman who would have been like, lay down like a dog, I'm gonna beat your ass. Is what I'm gonna fucking like. Like, I don't know a lot of them who would have been like, oh no, I'm abused. They would have been like, I'm gonna beat your ass and fucking come near me. And that would be
Yeah,
it.
well,
Like, that was a weird one for me because I was like,
yeah, it was. Yeah, that's fucking dude.
oh,
I
I'm gonna
can't
bash
even.
your head in with a brick. Same thing. Be like, oh, come at me, motherfucker. I can see that, but I don't know a lot of women I've known who would be like, oh no, he's
That's
so
what's really
mean. I'm
funny.
gonna stay with him though.
It's really funny because he's fucking. I don't know how small he is, but he's not a person. He's a very small, small kid.
Very small and effeminate.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. Yeah, it's funny to when you see like a little guy like that trying to fucking act tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy was a fucking lunatic, man. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
But yeah, early on, like for years apparently, he was fucking he would like literally like kind of like ingratiate himself with like a bigger creator. Do the editing,
and then
run
stab
the
him in the back and
that
fuck
kind of
him
shit.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
didn't
take a
really
good
follow
chunk of
him,
the
so I
Band-Aid.
didn't know that. But man, everything
Yeah, I
that
didn't.
I've heard from
Yeah.
like you and everyone else is just pretty brutal on this guy.
Yeah,
I
I didn't know who he was. I've heard
is
all of it
very
since.
unappealing.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder that
Yeah.
he has an audience because when he starts talking, my brain is just like, fucking no.
Yeah, no, I didn't learn about him until the whole thing with Alex. I had no idea. Shit with Alex came out like a year ago, almost a year ago, I guess.
Oh, and also, I
but
didn't know she was an
back then,
OnlyFans
talking about
chick
it.
either. That was funny.
Yeah. That was an interesting one. But yeah, no, the very early messages, like the first, I guess, hint that she probably should have noticed was him freaking out that, like, some guy had said, I would treat you right, or something like that. It was like
I
on
liked
Twitter.
I
X or
liked
whatever.
Nick's comment on that. By the way, he's like, "That's literally every woman's like Instagram forever. Like that's just you cannot date a woman who has like an internet access who's not going to be getting that from some fucking loser every single day."
Yeah. Yeah.
And they know it's
because she
bullshit.
liked
They know
it.
it's horse shit. Like you're not unless you're dating an idiot. They're like they know that that guy's not going to treat her better.
Yeah, it's going to be better for her. It's going to like something like that. It's not a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't, at least not early on in the relationship. Maybe later, but that was like at the very beginning.
To me, like I don't care what social media is as long as it's not being hidden. If you're having secret conversations with some guy and he's like, I could treat you better, blah blah blah. and you're having like little secret
Yeah.
conversations, and then I'm not allowed to hear or see them or something, that would be something I would be a little more concerned about. But if it's just some idiot on the internet
Right
who
out in
says
the
something
open.
and you just like because you just like everybody's comment or whatever, like I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah. Yeah. For a chick, yeah, that's gonna help your. You know what I mean? That's gonna help you.
Well, and if you're doing
It's gonna be
OnlyFans,
endearing and all
that's your
that.
source of income. Like that's your source of income. I don't approve of
Yeah.
it, but like it's not my business. It's not my decision. And if I was
But
going to
yeah,
date somebody who
whatever.
was doing it, then it doesn't matter if I approve. I better shut my fucking mouth. You know what I mean? Like, unless
Yeah.
I'm going to step
Yeah,
up
but
with
like
money.
her response is like he really wanted her to be like fucking like super apologetic and like just beg his forgiveness or something, and she just wasn't. It was pretty fucking interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm not at all surprised.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, a lot of girls would have done that. You know what I mean? But she seems to have a little bit of a backbone at least. Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
doubt she did fucked up shit too. But I also know, like, yeah, when
I'm
somebody's
sure.
fucking with
Look, she's a
where
woman.
he was,
She's a woman. She did some crazy shit. Like, there's no doubt. I just don't
yeah,
believe anything
yeah,
Alex is saying. I'm saying
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
he's saying is probably not
yeah,
true. I doubt her
yeah.
craziness
The
went
amount of
beyond the
shit.
typical like, you cheated on me in my dreams, slap, slap, slap. Like fucking ineffectual slapping in
Right.
the shoulder kind of shit. Like like I'm not buying into this. Like she fucking drop kicked him off the fucking couch shit.
Yeah,
Like it's nah, dude, come on.
yeah. And then the stuff where like, where she would be texting him and be like, "You dragged me across the floor" and all this shit. And at that point, he wasn't like, "Why wouldn't I be like if I was dating somebody and she accused me of that and I hadn't done it, I would be out the fucking door right there." You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, what the fuck, crazy bitch? Like, so I
Oh
mean, his
yeah, no
response is
question.
he wasn't denying it. He didn't deny any of it. So it's a pretty fucking solid chance that it's true, because that's a weird response if it wasn't. But yeah, it's all
Yeah,
and all
just
the
a
shit he's
little on the
saying was
fucking
like,
strange side, just a wee bit.
yeah, yeah, and almost everything was like that doesn't say what you're claiming it does. Like, what the fuck are you trying to do here? Yeah, I guess that was a strategy of flashing shit up for like one frame at a time. Like we're
Yeah,
not going to be
that
able to
was
pause it or
very
whatever.
strange. The way he was doing things did not make sense. I think he was just trying to like pull the old razzle
Yeah,
dazzle. Like,
uh,
yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
break
a little
up the old razzle
misdirection.
dazzle, and they're gonna fucking buy into my shit, and now I'm gonna come out smelling like a rose. And it's like only if they're retarded.
Right. It's like internet sleight of hand or something.
Yeah, typical internet like thing. Yeah, that whole situation is bizarre. I don't know if he's gonna have a career after this. I don't think he should. It sounds like
No,
he
definitely
legitimately
not.
was extremely abusive.
Yeah, yeah, and there was a chick that apparently I forget what that other bitch's name is, but there was a chick that had like um what do you call it? God damn it. Labeled accusations against him back in like 2020. I forget what that bitch's name is, but yeah, I went that far back. And it's funny because apparently he's supposed to be bisexual, but like he's only dating women. So it seems like it was just a what do you call it? Like a marketing thing to claim to be bisexual and never dating guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say that guy seems like as gay as they come. As long as it, I think it was more just like a cover to like not get busted for fucking raping people and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if we know of any guys he's actually dating, fucking hooked up with or whatever. So it does seem like marketing because like he has the Gaylord shirt or fucking, you know what I mean? Like he was selling shirts that were
Yeah.
just like pink shirts that internet Gaylord and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's another fucking dude's just dishonest to his fucking core, man.
Yeah, he creeps me out. He definitely comes off like a serial killer when you're like watching the stuff he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like he reads just like he literally seems like one of those people that when you're watching him, you're like, yeah, when I watch true crime stuff on the internet and the serial killer is talking about shit and they're being interviewed and stuff, this is exactly what they look like when they're talking. And it's like, does anybody else notice this? Because this seems really fucking obvious to me. In the creepiest fucking possible way. Yeah, that guy is not right in the head. I wonder how long that's gonna go for, like that drama, because it seems like kind of dumb.
Yeah, who knows? It's been forever too, man. Like I said, he waited 8 months, 8 or 9 months, I think, and that's what he came up with, dude. That's what really amazes me. Like that's the best you can fucking do.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw this little YouTube video. I didn't really watch the whole thing because I didn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
But it was this guy is talking about these articles that, and it was like one specific company that made them, but apparently a bunch of different companies have made similar articles where they're like, if you're over 30 and you're still trying to do like, you know, YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, any sort of like online streaming or video making, you're wasting your life.
Oh,
like you're too old to fucking do it or whatever, essentially. And I was just laughing at that. I'm like, mighty bold to assume that people haven't already fucked their lives up by 30, don't you think?
Right.
Like, yeah, sure, yeah, it took that long. That's not already ruined. Yeah, no, it's just happening now. Yeah, no, that's totally believable. Yeah. Oh man, so sad. What else is there? Was a couple other things I had in there. I like that lady that does the space stuff.
Oh yeah, the one from the Iapetus one I sent.
Yeah, I've seen her stuff on there a bunch of times. Oh yeah, the Mickey Mouse, the Steamboat Willie thing. That shit sounds kind of funny, dude.
Yeah.
Because like I've already seen. You see the Popeye the Slayer man?
I saw a picture of it where
I don't necessarily think you need to watch the video to get the gist of just how awful that film is going to be. Like you can just take a look at the picture in the JPEG and be like, no, that's going to be terrible. Like Popeye the Slayer man is going to be an awful fucking film.
Right? Yeah. It might be so bad it's good. There's always that chance.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna put it up on one of the movie nights so we can all laugh at it together. Me and the rest of the people in the karaoke group. I'll let you know if it's bad and good. It may be a couple weeks because we got to get through this fucking Back to the Future again. We can do another one of those.
All right. Gotta get the third one knocked out.
Yeah.
So to finish off the trilogy.
Yep. And then we will have watched all three. That is true. We will have finished off the trilogy. Should be interesting. I'd forgotten how interesting it gets. Like, there's this whole, like, storyline where Biff gets, like, control of the almanac, and he's, like, making all these bets, and he's making all this money. He basically just fucking destroys the entire world, turns it into, like, this post-apocalyptic nightmare. like I knew Biff was a scumbag, but damn. And then it turns out he murdered the fucking Marty McFly's dad and shit.
Yeah. Nuts.
Like, it's like, holy crap. They used to really make villains bad. You don't see villains that are that level of just straight evil anymore. They're all there's this fucking nonsense about making them redeemable. Like, oh, they're all like misjudged or something because they want people to think that. I think they want to try to mislead children essentially into thinking that there's like that everybody can be redeemed, and it's just not. That's just not how the real world works. You know what I mean? It's like not everybody's redeemable. Some people are just bad people. Like they're just evil. There's just evil people out there in the world, sadly, and it sucks. But it's the reality. Is that some people are just fucking broken inside and can't be fixed. I remember I was watching one of Wendy Goon's videos about somebody. I forget who it was. Oh, it was the one where the guy was living in the walls of the girl's house.
Oh shit! I didn't watch that one yet, but
so
yeah, it's interesting.
It's misleading. There was a void in the basement behind one of the walls that had other stuff in there that had gotten like walled off. So he wasn't going through the whole house all through the walls like some sort of fucking crazy, you know,
people
like
under the stairs.
Yeah, like people under the stairs, saying there wasn't like a network of tunnels or anything like nutty like that. And he ended up not killing the girls whose walls he was in. He ended up killing the lawyer's kids and wife. His defense lawyer.
Wow.
The defense. It was a small town, and so his defense lawyer for that case, I believe, was just across like a field from his house. Like their houses were across a big old like forested sort of field area kind of thing, and he went over there and snuck over into the guy's house and fucking murdered his wife and his kids. So raped and did all sorts of fucked up stuff to his wife, though. But, like, he drowned the kids in, like, the bathtub or something, like, so that they wouldn't make any noise, or, you know, he did it, like, separately so they didn't know it was coming kind of thing. It was real creepy. But just overall, the guy was just a real piece of shit. And Wendy Goon starts it off with talking about how, like, you know, I know there's like, people want to, you know, think that there's just, some people are just evil and there's nothing you can do about it and blah, blah, blah. But everybody has, like, you know, the potential to be redeemed. I'm like, nah, that's not true.
Yeah. Almost everybody.
I've worked in mental health. There's people that are just broken. Like, I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, bro. But, not you, obviously. Wendigoon. Like, but, you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Wendigoon, but, nah, dude, that's just not true. Some people are just bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely... That does not surprise me that Wendigoon has that.
He's too sweet. He's too sweet of a guy.
Yeah. Dude, I love him. Yeah, him and fucking Hunter from our Papa Meat. I love their fucking... The Creepcast thing is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. I love their interplay. The way they go back and forth is amazing.
Dude, you can tell that Wendigoon just fucking absolutely loves the crazy shit that comes out of fucking Hunter's brain.
Well, like, and they have totally that really fun relationship where they're taking the piss out of each other constantly, and part of what they get a kick out of is, like, they're not kissing each other's asses.
Yeah.
You know, like they're in like, enough of a position of fame on YouTube that I'm sure that there is a constant ass kissery going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah,
so,
like any other creators just trying to...
Yeah, so other creatives, just fans. Like, you know, your comments are full of all these fans licking your fucking nutsack and all this other shit. You know, everybody you talk to that has any potential chance to, like, make any sort of income off of your fame is going to be kissing your ass and trying to, like, butter you up to get their, like, advertising or whatever, you know, if they want to be your editor or something. You know, all those numerous kind of things. And you got to be careful with that shit. And I respect that they probably deal with that a lot. You know, I'm sure.
So with each other, they don't have to really worry about it either way. Like, neither of them seem to be, like, trying to use the other.
Yeah.
Like,
and so they go back and forth, like, fuck you, you're dumb, you fucking look funny, your mom dresses you silly. You know, like, they get a kick out of the fact that, it seems like they get a kick out of the fact that they're just treating each other like a normal person would. Like,
and dude, the shit fucking...
ass kissery going on.
Dude, the shit Papa Meat comes up with, dude, he's got a twisted fucking brain, dude. Like, it's
Oh
glorious,
yeah.
dude. Some of this shit. And I know Wendigoon is, I've got to assume that's what he enjoys the most out of that. Because Wendigoon, yeah, as far as that kind of shit, like imagining crazy shit, that's not his forte or whatever. But God, you can tell he just fucking really loves the crazy shit dude comes up with. He's
Oh
like, nope,
yeah.
I'm thinking it's more like, and I think he likes. I think Hunter likes freaking Wendigoon out too, with crazy shit like that.
Oh yeah. Hunter's always there to fuck
Yeah,
with him,
yeah.
screw with his head.
He's like, I know you're such a sweet boy, so I'm going to fucking throw some shit at you just to fuck with you.
Like, oh, the pretty little boy with his silver spoon. I'm gonna go rub some dirt on him.
God damn. Yeah, I hadn't watched much of. I had heard of like Papa Meat and Meat Canyon a while back, but for some reason I only recently actually, started watching the shit and kind of watching the backlog or whatever. It's a
Oh yeah, he's
shitload of
got some
videos.
crazy stuff, man. I'm not
Yeah,
a massive fan of his. I get a kick out of some of it. Some of it I'm just like, that's just too gross for me, not my style. But as a person, I think his shit is hilarious.
yeah. The fucking
The animations are
the
just too
set
much
they
for me
have
sometimes.
is weird.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah,
dude, the
yeah.
Ozempic one. Dude, the Ozempic one was fucking disturbing, dude. Holy fuck, dude.
Dude, everything
You
that
remember
guy
that one?
does is fucking disturbing.
Yeah,
how do
yeah,
you
yeah.
specify one kind of thing? You know?
Yeah, I mean, although a lot of them are like the set that he's on is fucking weird because he's got like the oven, like they always have like the eyeballs, and then for some reason above where the eyeballs are, on almost all the shit like this. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah, kind
anthropomorphic
of.
like stove and computer, like the
Oh
computer.
yeah,
I
yeah,
forget
yeah.
the
All the
name
little
of
weird puppet things he's made. Yeah, yeah.
it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know why, dude. That shit freaks me out too.
Yeah, they're a little on the odd side. To be fair, that is very true.
But yeah, it's pretty funny like, to watch him because he's on that weird ass set, like in the kitchen with the fucking anthropomorphized stove and then just a fucking giant nose for some reason. And then I guess like just in the other room, like it's some kind of weird open floor plan. There's like the computer, the anthropomorphized computer, and they're doing like reviewing frozen pizzas.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of that shit. I don't know if that's if they actually because he's got two channels, right? He's got the Papa Meat and Meat Canyon,
Yeah. Papa Meat, where he
right?
just does sort of like, like I guess
I think
social
that's the one.
commentary, like kind of stuff. Like he's not
Yeah, I'm
getting
trying to
into
see.
like
Hold on.
politics or anything really. He's just talking about weird shit he finds on the internet, like wavy web surf kind of stuff. Deep dive. There we go. That's a better term for it. Like deep dive internet stuff,
Okay.
where it's like, here's a weird trend or thing that I found that's just kind of wacky, and I'm gonna make fun of it and do a little deep dive so everybody can enjoy how crazy this shit is.
Okay. All right. Looks like Meat Canyon is the one where he's doing the
Animations.
animated shit. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
Papa Meat is the more like IRL set or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Papa Meat is where he's just him. Yeah, doing hey, you see these fucking Disney adults? This is fucking weird, right? Weird, right? Yeah, they really left the weird Disney adults.
All right. I wasn't sure what differentiated them, but that makes sense. There we go. What the fuck? I was just watching one. The worst assassination attempts. That one was pretty decent.
Yeah, I like his Papa Meat stuff more than I like the Meat Canyon stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the Meat Canyon
the
stuff just
animation.
gets too into like, I made this really gross thing, and it's like, yeah, I really liked the Garbage Pail Kids when I was younger too, but and then I grew up. Like at a certain point, and it just starts to become kind of like, man, I get it, it's gross. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the anime. Yeah, I like kind of weird shit like that. But yeah,
Like the
even
Ozempic was
that
good because
animation
it was a social commentary and the art was crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's what makes it good. But it's like some of it is just like,
but
all
even
right.
even for me, it can be a bit much, dude. Yeah, the Ozempic one in particular. It's like, god damn, dude. Like I appreciated it, but I'm like, fuck, dude, this is actually making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You did the fast food burgers. I did not agree a whole lot.
Oh, I don't. You know, the things with when it comes to like ranking stuff. I don't understand like why people get concerned about whether or not the person agrees with them. Like, of course they're gonna have different tastes. You're a
Yeah,
different person. I don't know your shit. Like what you like, rank
yeah,
it
it was
however you
way off.
want. I don't agree with your rankings, but it would be weird if I did. You know, like
Yeah,
we
I
all have
think
different flavor things that we like. You know, I mean, I
I
love
think
Burger King. A lot of people fucking think Burger King is the worst fucking place out there.
yeah,
You know,
Burger King is definitely one of my favorites. I definitely prefer their definitely more or Wendy's or
yeah.
but yeah, but people do shit on it. They shit on Arby's too. I like Arby's a lot.
I found that Arby's just
Well,
depends on the people that are working there for me. So like if there's good people working there and they're making the stuff nice, like good, then it works. But like I've been to them where they're just like, man, how did you think that was an acceptable thing to give somebody like for like charge them money for it?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I've just only hit good Arby's then.
Yeah, it's
Although
entirely
it's also one
possible
of those
because it's
things
the
that's
same
like,
Arby's. There's only like one Arby's in my area, and I've been there like 4 or 5 times, and it's like sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it is awful. And the only thing I can assume is that it's just different people working there at different times. It's like
yeah,
the Safeway over there. There's like 4 different Safeways in my area where we can like order groceries to pick them up, and
right.
some of them are awful, and some of them are great, and it really just depends on who's working which one that day.
Yeah,
Because like there's a guy that works at the one over on we'll call it First Street, even though it's not, but whatever. You know, I just need to differentiate them. So like Safeway A or whatever, there's a guy that works over there, and he's great. Gets his shit comes out and everything like that. But for whatever reason, if you're 5 minutes before 7 a.m. to pick up your shit, he will not even answer the fucking phone. Everyone else will.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
actually,
allowed.
there's a pizza place or whatever, Italian place. It was really weird because like the chicken wings they have, when they're made right, are fantastic. But when they're not, they're just they're kind of meh.
Yeah, sometimes
And
it's
it was
just
like,
not
okay, it's
good.
probably that sign. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it must be just, all right, whoever's working on the days that I get the good ones knows what they're doing. And
You know,
then they're
it's
off
like
or
the guy that
not.
understands that, you know what? When you're frying the chicken wings in a deep fryer, you got to give them an extra 30 seconds past the little buzzer. Right? Like that gives them just a little extra crunch or something like that. You know, I don't know if that's what it is. I'm just saying, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's little things like that where like one guy he gets it. He understands that if you want it to be good, you got to do this one thing, and he does that thing every time, and even though it takes a little extra time.
Yeah. And the other person, it's just a job, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it comes out good. Yeah.
It's like when I worked at Safeway. It was you know what? I'm bagging groceries, and I'm a fully grown adult, and it's not the greatest job in the world. But you know what? I'm gonna make sure that every bag that goes out of here is not fucked up. I'm not gonna fucking throw canned food on top of your fucking bread and tomatoes. You know, like I'm not gonna fuck your food up. I'm gonna make sure your food is good, and I'm gonna make sure it's packed in like if it's a little old lady, I'm gonna pack a bunch of little light bags so she can carry them a few at a time without having to fucking wrench her arms out of their goddamn sockets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna put
God.
all
I
of her
usually,
canned food into one bag, then double bag it, and expect her to carry like a 50-pound fucking bag up. You know, like let's be real.
yeah, earlier this month I went once a month shit,
Yeah.
and I'll actually go through the because I almost always just do the self checkout shit.
Oh
But
yeah,
when it's that much, I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that because, dude, I find it so irritating when people have like a fucking cart full and they go through the fucking self checkout.
Oh
It takes
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
forever,
yeah.
dude.
It's like don't.
Yeah, so if I got a
They're
bunch,
sitting there looking up produce on the fucking screen, and you're like, dude, it's written on the fucking produce. Why are you doing that? Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, and again, if you have more, because there's like what 4 little bags, you know what I mean, 2 in front, 2 in back, you know, you
Yeah.
whirl it around or whatever. If you have more than 4 bags worth of groceries, You should not be using self checkout.
No,
Like, just
absolutely
go through
agreed.
the fucking
100%
line.
agree. 100% agree.
Yeah, I get so fucking mad. But yeah,
I
anyways, the
kind of
last
look at self
done
checkout
that.
as almost like a maybe you can do a little more than, but basically like a 10 items or less thing. More
Yeah,
more or less,
yeah,
you know, like you got your 10 items or less. You maybe you're picking up like 20 items or whatever, but it's like something that's gonna be like real quick scan and then you're good to go.
yeah. You should be able to scan all you have within about 3 minutes, maybe 5 at the absolute
Yeah,
most.
exactly. You shouldn't be
Actually, anything
standing there
over
for a
3
long
is
ass
stupid.
time unless you had
Yeah.
to call up the person and ask him for help, like, you know, because something was not working right.
Yeah, but dude, the when I went through when I actually did go through the regular shit, um, the girl that was checking it out had to be new. Um, she had my
Oh
shit in
yeah.
about 20 bags, and it probably should have been 10 or less.
The
Like,
one that bothers me is when they charge per bag,
oh, that's right, I forgot about that shit.
where
That's a
it's like 10
California
cents
thing.
per bag and they're bagging like one can in each bag, and you're like, I don't want to spend $20 on fucking bags because you're retarded and don't know how to use them. Like,
Yeah,
don't
like fuck
fucking
you, I'm gonna fucking bag this shit.
yeah, don't fucking like waste my money here. I'm not gonna, because like I get that sometimes from the what we do is we order the groceries online and then they bring them out to the car.
Right,
Because
right.
I can't walk through the store like I used to be able to, but I can't now. It's just my back just won't do it.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then
But
sometimes you'll
yeah,
get
no.
like somebody who packs like three things in a bag, and you end up with like 10 bags of shit. And it's like it could have been in two or three.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of forgot about that. Every time I go to California, I forget that they charge for bags. They're decent
Yeah.
bags though. The bags are definitely better quality than the ones that we have here, but they're free here, so
Well, the weird thing is
not
like
much complaining.
how much that they get away with it is so crazy when you think
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
because like there's no reason for them to charge you for bags like that. That's just nonsense. They made that shit up. Oh, you looked up the trailer for me, even though I already did.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I
God
like
damn
that
it.
picture of the guy taking a shower, and it was like me protecting myself from ever becoming an Asmod Gold fan.
I'm gonna bathe regularly so
That'll make
I don't
sure.
end up smearing my fucking tooth blood on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, and then I put up Kevin Nealon thing. I found those just to be very relaxing. He literally just goes up hiking with random people that are like celebrities and comedians and talks to them for like, and you get like 20-minute little interview kind of thing. It's just kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it's just kind of nice and relaxing because there's no drama, there's no politics. It's just, you know, him and a couple people chatting. You know,
So it's like his character on Happy Gilmore.
I guess, yeah. Oh, you know they're making a Happy Gilmore too, from what I understand.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know enough about it to say one way or the other, but I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be fucking awful.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, what the
Oh
fuck
man.
else are you gonna do with that? Dude, that's an odd one to have a fucking.
Apparently, I think they're gonna go DI with it.
Oh
As I
wow.
understand it, they're gonna have like his daughters in it, like Adam Sandler's kids, not just like
Actual
Happy
kid.
Gilmore's daughters. So I don't know if it's like
Right.
Happy Gilmore's daughters are in there, like, you know, if they're gonna do that kind of thing or what. But it seemed kind of silly, a lot of it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I love the Happy Gilmore, but I can't imagine that. What the fuck are you doing a sequel for?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very odd.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's gonna be bad, but I will
Mm.
definitely watch it.
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler, so I
Yeah.
mean, he still does all right shit every once in a while.
Most of his
It's generally
movies
not
recently
horrible.
have been pretty fucking bland. Like
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
terrible, but you just kind of get bored while you're watching them.
Trying to think.
Like
I liked Grown Ups. I don't remember Grown Ups 2. Was that one good? Probably not, right?
I didn't watch either
I
of
don't remember
those.
it. Yeah, Grown Ups is decent. That one's pretty funny. I mean, it's just typical Adam Sandler silliness.
Well,
I'm really
that's what I
struggling
like.
to
I
think.
like when it's typical Adam Sandler silliness and you actually can get a laugh every couple of minutes. I find too many of his movies are like the old movies. You're laughing hysterically through the whole fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like it's just they're fucking
Yeah,
from beginning to end. They're just fucking hilarious.
yeah,
And a lot of
yeah,
his new
yeah.
stuff
Have
is
to get
like
one
you get a
trade.
laugh here and there, but the majority of it you're just kind of like, yeah, all right, I get it. Like, haha, that's funny. You know, like it's just not very like just not very compelling. I guess is the term.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably on a chunk of creative drive at this point, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's a great guy though. I dig what he does, and I kind of get a kick out of the fact that he's essentially managed um to what do you call
He
it
seems like a decent human being. Yeah, shit
make
hasn't
his
gone to
movie
his head.
career into like a where do I want to go vacationing this time thing. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to Hawaii with my family, and this movie's gonna pay me for it. All right, I like this. It's like I respect that. I
That
get it.
actually is pretty good.
Fucking congratulations on the grift, my man. That's a good one. And it's not even technically a grift because you know people are gonna pay to watch that shit. So you know, he's making
Yeah,
money off it.
actually,
They're making money off of it. He gets to go on vacation. Everybody's happy. The diehard fans that'll
yeah,
never
I didn't
not be
realize
fans
that.
are gonna like love it. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I never realized that, but you're absolutely right. Holy shit, I never fucking noticed that. But yeah, like grown-ups, they go to like this fucking, sweet vacation spot somewhere back east, like on a
Oh
fucking
yeah.
lake or whatever. Dude, yeah, it would be a great spot to vacation, dude. So
Yeah, his
it
fucking
was pretty fucking great.
his Halloween movie was in a really nice like place to go vacationing. His movie about being a spy was in this nice tropical location. You know, like I
Yeah,
get
what
you,
was the one with?
Sadler. All right, I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, the one with him and Spade. Like they start off at a regular place, but then they're like, I don't know, they fake their way into some kind of fucking sweet ass fucking spot right on the ocean with like a infinity pool and fucking
Yeah,
shit like that.
and you know, like
Damn it,
they
what
were just
fucking
like
movie
that
was
was his
that?
fucking vacation rental. You know what I mean? Like, so funny, so funny. The man, work. You know, man figured it out. I can appreciate the
The do over.
dodge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like all right,
but
yeah,
yeah, the
got
do
this
over is
working.
like that. Yeah, that's definitely the one. The do over. That was decent. It wasn't great.
Yeah, I would say
I didn't regret watching it.
none of his movies have been like terrible. You know, far
Mm-hmm.
from it. They've been acceptable movies. Like compared to a lot of the shit that's on now, like they're great.
But yeah, when you try to compare, yeah, if you're gonna compare them to the fucking early shit, it's not gonna
Oh
match.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not gonna measure up. But that's fine. It's still better than almost everything else that's been put out in the last 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh, did you see the article about the chick who put the guy in prison for like 45 years and then finally came out after he'd been in prison for 4 years and admitted that she
Yeah,
made the whole thing up because she didn't want to get in trouble for looking at porn when she was like 14.
yeah,
And it was like,
yeah.
and
That's
she's
fucking
like, oh, she
frustrating.
deserves credit for having come forward. And I'm like, she deserves 8 years. What are you talking about? She should get twice what he got.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I kind of get the argument about fucking like
Two months
the
of
nobody
weekend jail.
met.
That's what she got.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It should be a little more
30
significant than
weekends she
that.
has to spend in a fucking little like, you know, summer camp style fucking prison. I'm sorry, that's not enough, man.
Yeah.
She deserves a lot more than that.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I guess. I mean, I do kind of get the point of like, hey, nobody's gonna admit it. Like, they're gonna get this huge
I
sentences
think
or
that the
whatever.
point I would
I
prefer to
get it.
send is oh yeah, I'm
Don't do
sorry,
it
I
to
should
begin
let you
with.
finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was pretty much done. That was pretty much it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that what you want is you want them to realize that the longer you wait to come forward, the worse it's gonna be when they find out you were making shit up.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, if you let a dude sit in fucking jail for 4 fucking years,
four
just
years in
because.
prison is a long fucking time for somebody who did
Yeah,
nothing
and again,
wrong.
how many fucking chances did she have to come clean?
Exactly.
Even when she knew what was going to happen to that guy. Like again, I
Exactly.
like early on, she just picked the name out of somebody that she knew had moved away or whatever, and didn't think they were ever going to bother tracking him down. I don't know what she's 14 and fucking retarded, I guess. But yeah, once they find him and he's going to fucking like they're taking him to, yeah. Even as a teenager, dude, you gotta fucking admit you're full of shit before that dude gets anywhere near a fucking trial, much less his actual getting sentenced, dude.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He didn't deserve to. He didn't deserve to sit there for that long like that. That was just not fair for him, man.
Yeah, like I said, any of that time she could have just come said, "Look, I just picked a name because I knew he didn't live here. I'm gonna fuck. I'm sorry." Like, yeah, that would have been fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally fine. Anytime before they're actually serving in jail, anytime up until they're sentenced and going to jail, you need to fucking come clean. Yeah,
Yeah.
anything
Oh,
after
yeah.
that.
I think that's where it definitely is crossed the line is when they're actually in prison because of you.
Yeah, like I understand the 14-year-old making that shit up. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But even at that age, you should.
The other thing I have a problem with is the guy getting convicted off of that. That's insane. They had literally no evidence
Yeah,
other than her word, and that's not enough that you put somebody in
yeah,
prison. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I don't care how gross whatever it is that she said is or whatever. Like you don't put somebody in prison off of that. That's just not right.
I don't. Yeah, dude, I can't believe. Dude, I don't know. Fucking handle that, dude. If you're that guy, imagine spending
He's
4 years
not
going through
mad.
the
He said
process
he's
again
not
with.
mad. He just wants to know why.
Mhm.
And she refuses to say why or any sort of real like
Yeah,
acknowledgement of a guilt. She's smiling and
yeah,
laughing
man.
and shit. It was just like, oh, that's
Yeah, she's a fucking
disgusting.
horrible. Yeah, it does appear that she is still a horrible person. It wasn't just being a teenage fucking
Yeah,
brat.
it's clear that there's zero remorse. The only reason any of this came out was because she told somebody and they like ratted her out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I think that should also be taken into account of like, she clearly has no fucking remorse. Why are you not putting
Mm-hmm.
her in a long-term prison sentence for like at least 4 years? Because I think bare minimum she should do 4 years. Like that's just not
Yeah,
justice without
absolutely.
4 years, without the same amount of time as she gave somebody else,
Yeah, I would be, dude. Yeah, I'm just imagining and knowing you did absolutely nothing to this bitch.
man.
And
Yeah, that was
again,
the thing is he literally did absolutely nothing. He just happened to live next door for a period of time, and
yeah.
then
She
she
just
just
picked somebody,
fucking
the first person she thought of that had moved away that they didn't think they would be able to track down. Like
yeah.
that's all it was. So yeah, but you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to put how do you keep going? How do you keep going in fucking jail knowing you don't deserve to fucking be there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be tough for me to keep up hope, man. Especially after like the first like year.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah.
gonna have to serve this whole fucking sentence.
Well, and he wasn't
Yeah,
given like 5 years or 10 years. He was given 45.
yeah,
This motherfucker
yeah.
got 45
That's what I'm
years in
saying,
prison
man.
because of what she said. You know, like that's a long fucking
Fucked
time to
up.
put somebody in prison because you don't want to get in trouble for looking at naughty pictures on the internet.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I wish somebody would have pressed her a little bit on.
They claim they
You
did,
know what I mean?
but I'm gonna guess they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doubting.
Because they
I
always
doubt
say,
it.
"Oh yeah, we totally like we questioned her for hours and hours and hours," and it's like, yeah, you fucking questioned her once, said this guy looks gross, he looks like a pedophile, let's put him in prison. It's like, all right, Captain fucking policeman, let's go.
Yeah, that's a rough one, man. Yeah, anybody convicted of something fucking do, man. I don't know how those people continue on.
Yeah,
Like I said,
sad.
you got some hope of like, you got the appeals and all that shit. But if you think if those are essentially all exhausted, man, it would be a tough thing to fucking continue on for me.
Especially when like you know you didn't do a damn thing wrong.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and especially the reason the bitch made shit up was literally she didn't want to get yelled at, or fuck might have happened to her for
Yeah,
what
yeah, her
fucking
mom and dad might have been like, "You're grounded for a week."
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
in my mind, she seems to think she wins. I think she genuinely feels like she won that whole situation, because like the only reason it came out was clearly not because she had any remorse or anything else like that. She told another police officer she was dating, and the guy was like, "Holy shit, you gotta fucking let that guy out of prison. What the fuck is wrong with you?"
yeah.
Because otherwise, his ass would still be sitting there in the fucking clink.
Did they ever say anything specific about how that came up? Like how she said it? Like, did she think it was funny, or like what the fuck was her you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
or
don't
was it
know.
like I'm drunk and I'm just fucking
I think
spilling my heart out?
the part of the problem is the fact that just like nobody knows why she did it, and she won't fucking say nothing.
Yeah, yeah, that is pretty fucking disgusting.
Like,
Just
I
keep
would
that
think at the
fucking
very
smile
least
past
you should have to get up and give a public apology at like a town meeting or something, and be like, "I lied about this, and I did it to protect myself, and it was wrong, and I'm very sorry that this person ended up having to go to jail for something they didn't do because I didn't want to get in trouble for looking at porn or something." Like, I think there should at least be some sort of public apology of some
Yeah,
kind.
yeah.
They're 2 months in weekend jail is ridiculously like not enough time. You know what I mean? Like, it just does not make sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you
For
know
something
what?
that
Female
egregious
judge,
too.
so pussy pass again.
Mhm.
Female judge is like, "Oh, it's so beautiful that she came forward." It's like, "Oh, you mean the lady that's showing zero remorse?" Refuses to say anything and apologize in any way. That's the one who you should be like giving a lighter
Yeah, that
sentence
was.
to.
Yeah, I was kind of curious, like why she felt she didn't have to say anything. Like I get that guy dick pressing or whatever, but I don't. She deserved it for one thing. But
Oh yeah,
yeah, you can still say something. Like, what are you fucking worried about at this point? You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Just
Like, just
admit
say,
what
yeah,
you
no,
did
look,
was
I feel
wrong,
really bad.
and yeah, cop to it. That one blew my mind because it's a low sentence, and I was just like, and that sentence was low specifically because she was a woman and the judge was a woman.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what they're saying essentially is that 4 years of his time is worth 2 months of her time on the weekends,
Yeah.
and that he
Having to
basically
fucking just
has
spend
no
time
value compared to her as a human being. It's like, that's essentially what you're saying when you give her that sentence. It's like, oh yeah, he's worthless, she's more important.
Mm.
And how blessed and lucky he is that she bothered to come forward.
Mm. Not even really voluntarily, though, right?
Yeah, she didn't even come. The only reason she came forward is because she told a partner that she was dating, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna rat you the fuck out, you crazy bitch." I'm sure he stopped dating her after that too, because I know I would.
I would hope so. Jesus. Yeah, she's definitely proven herself to be a pretty fucking disgusting human being.
Like what was it? The guy. Me and my friends were friends with this one guy. We'll call him Forrest because his name is Forrest. He's kind of a piece of shit. Turned out, and we thought, oh, this guy's the nicest guy in the world, cool guy, and he just turns out to be extremely abusive to his wife. Right? Like screaming and yelling at her and expected her to like come home after work at the fucking working at a bakery all day long while he's sitting on his ass playing video games. And she's supposed to come home and take the baby and immediately start making cookies for him and his friends.
Jesus, dude.
And we're all like, we didn't ask for cookies. We don't really want cookies. Why are you so mad? And then we just never hung out with him again because it was like, dude, you're fucking disgusting. You know, like how could you treat your wife like that? Like that she's your wife. That's your baby. What do you have a problem holding your fucking baby for a while? Jesus. Like, why, you know, what are you doing? Like, we were all baffled by how disgusting it was. And I know this because we all talked about it later, and then we were just like, I don't want to fucking hang out with this guy anymore. I was like, yeah, me neither. And we just
usually they'll fucking usually that person just leaves it to the, you know, when nobody's around. To actually be that much of an asshole, like, in front of people is fucking horrible.
That was even crazier, yeah. Like, the fact that we were all there, like, it made everybody feel uncomfortable, I'm sure. And there was nothing we could do at the time, because it's like, you know, anything you say, it's going to be, oh, shut your fucking mouth, you're not, you know, this is between me and my wife, blah, 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 you know, that kind of dumb shit.
Yeah.
And also you realize, I'm sure we all realized it, but I know I did, it'd just make it worse if we say anything, because, like, if we say anything, he's going to fucking give it to her twice as bad when we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
like blame her for it or something.
Yeah, it'll be her fault that he's an abusive prick. You know, it's like, all right, no, we don't want to give him that excuse and fuck up her day any more than it's already fucked up. Thank you very much.
Why do people put up with that shit? Fucking crazy.
I don't know, man. She probably felt like she was trapped because she was married and had a kid, but they were divorced fairly shortly after that, from what I understand. I ran into him later at a fucking union strike. Like, I went out to join a strike to see what it was like. It was as lame as I thought it was going to be. But it was fun. Right. You know, like, it was dumb. We were all just standing there with signs, and really nothing got done. But I went out and joined it anyway, because I was like, see what it's like. And he happened to be there because he worked for, like, I forget, like, the electricians union or something. And we went to sushi and talked for a little while, and he was very upset that, you know, we hadn't talked for so long, and it's like, shortly after that, I ended up working like 80 hours a week just to fucking make ends meet. So I lost touch with a lot of people during that. Like, there's just a lot of people who were just like, oh, I guess you're gone then, bye. You know? And so I didn't really hang out with a lot of people, so I didn't really have a lot of patience for his bullshit either, where he's like, yeah, you guys just stopped hanging out. I'm like, you notice that I stopped hanging out with everyone? Did that not occur to you, buddy? Like, I was working 80 hours a week. I didn't do shit with anybody because I didn't have time to do anything but fucking work and sleep. Like, I worked
and also you're an abusive asshole.
Well, yeah. I'd stay out of that. I asked him how his wife was and his kid was, and he's like, oh, well, the bitch divorced me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was like, I'm not going to go into it with them. Like, I don't want to be... The dude also had well before weed was legal, way before weed was legal, he had a fucking house that he rented out where he just grew pot in like a whole house full of pot. And he wanted me to come over and like hang out with him there and check it out. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't want to be an accessory to your felony. Like leave me the fuck out.
Yeah, fuck you. That's it.
Just one of those things where somebody seems like a nice guy in high school, But then as
Yeah,
their
it turns out to
personality
be.
progresses, you find out that they're just a horrible, horrible fucking person. It was so sad. I always felt so bad for his wife. I hope his kid managed to come out normal. You know what I mean? Like wherever his daughter is, I hope the wife managed to keep her most of the time and keep him away from her as much as possible, so that she got an actual like childhood and wasn't like expected to be, I don't know, like a servant or some crazy, like who knows what sort of lunatic shit this guy was gonna expect.
Yeah, it's fucking scary. But it sounds like she finally got her fucking shit together.
Yeah. I mean, she divorced
Like,
him. That's
fuck
definitely,
out.
a good thing. Oh, that pizza looked fucking great. That looked like it was all texture though. Like it was just like a normal pizza, but with all those crispy crackery things on the top. I bet that's fucking like so good. With that crunch, the
Yeah,
one they
not great
inflated.
for. It would suck to get reheated or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be all
Oh
soggy.
yeah. No, you gotta eat that whole pizza when it's fresh. You can't eat that later. Can't save any of that shit. Oh man. Man, is it crazy to you? It's crazy to me how fucking tooth and nail the Democrats are trying to protect fucking murderers, rapists, and child molesters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the illegal immigrant ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Like, it's one thing if they were like, hey, we don't want you to come and take all these people that are just doing their jobs and fucking working and raising their families. But nah, dude, they're actively helping to protect murderers, rapists, and child molesters. Like, it's crazy. And it's documented. There's no questioning whether or not that's the case. It's absolutely 100% the case. They're
Yeah.
actively letting
Yeah.
child molesters go intentionally before ICE can get to them. It's like you have to be out of your fucking mind. But then you find out that that's not just the illegal alien ones. They're doing that with all child molesters. They're like
Oh, wow.
actively
Okay.
they're just letting them out like to go run around on the streets all the time. They're not keeping them in fucking jail and stuff before they can be tried and put in prison. If they even get prison time at this point. Which just blows my mind, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, do they not sell wood chippers at the fucking Home Depot in that city? Is that the problem? Because, like, we can
Yeah,
send
I've
them
got
to
a
them.
dude. Like, it's almost like they want people to shit.
I think it's
Like, if
because
the system's not going to fucking help.
I think it's because the majority of what they're doing is so that they can have sex with children, too.
Yeah, it does seem like there are a lot of people that get into politics and fucking that kind of shit, just
Especially
to
on
get
the
away with
left.
that
I mean,
kind
it
of shit.
used to be the right was where you
Yeah.
find all the weird perverts, man. But now it's the left.
Yeah, I'm sure they still got their share, but yeah,
Well,
it
I'm sure
definitely
the
does
right
seem
still
more
has a bunch of secret
prevalent.
closeted gay guys, smoking meth and fucking gay prostitutes. But compared to
Yeah,
like,
that's way.
going to like a fucking trafficker's place and paying to fuck a 13-year-old, I'll take the guy that's slamming meth in the bathroom and getting his dick sucked by another guy. Because
Yeah,
it's
by
they're
another
both
adult.
adults. You know?
Yeah.
I'll take that over any day. Like, that's fine. I don't give a shit. And at this point, I don't think anybody gives a shit if the Republicans are straight or gay, not at all. Like, they're just getting a massive, more and more massive support. Trump has started putting systems in place to make people put IDs forth when they start voting. So that should probably help prevent the left from being able to like fraud their way back into offices again.
Yeah, fortify elections. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if this is a thing anywhere else, but did you see the thing about restaurants charging a $5 sharing fee?
Yes, dude. What the? That's so fucked up. What is the reasoning, dude? Other than greed, I can't think of
how
any
is it
fucking
even
rationale.
legal? Like, you don't
Yeah,
get to decide
yeah,
how people consume or eat whatever they pay you for. You know what I mean? Like, they're
yeah.
paying you for the food. They bought the food. It shouldn't have, like, you shouldn't be like, well, if you have 2 people eat the food, we need to charge you more. How, excuse me, what? How is that remotely legal?
that's true. I didn't even think of that part. I just thought how fucked up it is, dude. But yeah, how do you charge for that?
So I don't know if that's a common thing or what, but I've never seen it. But I'm not going out to restaurants and eating. But I'll tell you what, if I found out a restaurant
Yeah.
I was ordering from was doing that, I'd stop ordering from them.
Oh yeah, I would never use that anything. Whether I'm eating, dining in, can take out, whatever. Yeah, they're getting none of my fucking money.
Oh, you know what? One of the things is it's apparently very American to take leftovers home. Apparently, a lot of
Oh
restaurants in
really?
like Japan and Europe and places like that, you don't get to take your leftovers home with you.
Really?
Can you imagine you pay for a meal and then you have to leave whatever you didn't finish there? You can't take it home with you? Does that not seem fucking bizarre?
Wow. So they're literally not allowed to, basically. It's not like they're just choosing not to.
Not allowed to.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's okay. So restaurants really literally like no, you can't take any food home with you. Damn, that's fucking nuts.
I could understand if it was a buffet.
Mhm.
You're like, yeah, you can't
Yeah,
go serve
yeah, for
yourself a
sure.
giant fucking plate and take it home. Come on, be ridiculous, you know. But like,
Yeah,
if you're ordering,
yeah,
like, you know, it's $20 for a main course, and you spend $20 for a main course, and you finish half of it, you should be able to take the other half home and be able to finish it later.
yeah, dude. Yeah, that's nuts, dude. Like I get that they don't do the tipping thing. That's fine. Um,
Well, in other
but
countries, they
yeah,
make them pay waiters enough that they actually can live off of it.
Mhm. yeah. They're not paying them like $2.30 an hour or whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah, I think some weird shit over here. Like, they get to pay them, like, way below minimum wage.
Mm. Yeah,
Which
so I
makes
get that. I
no
don't have a
sense.
problem with that so much, but yeah, the fucking being able to take your food home is
Yeah,
insane.
that one blew my mind. I saw, like, a guy who does YouTube shorts where he goes and tries different Japanese restaurants. And he was talking about how, like, yeah, it's kind of American, probably Canadian too, where you get to take your leftovers home, but most places, nah, you don't. Oh yeah, the lawnmower blade versus the hand thing. Yeah, I was not at all surprised. I'm like, yeah, of course it's gonna be fucking demolish the fucking hand. That was sad.
Hmm.
Oh, I missed the silent handgun.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. That's a pretty big fucking what do you call it? Pretty big ammo, right?
This
For
Russian revolver
fucking to be
fires without a
silent.
sound, but here are 3 interesting facts you probably
Yeah,
don't know.
let's see,
First
I'm
up,
curious.
it's silent firepower. The OTS-38 Stechkin, developed in Russia in
38 is
2002,
not a
fires
huge caliber, but
7.62
it's
by
still
41
a pretty
millimeter
loud
SP-4
caliber.
cartridges. But here's the crazy part.
Okay, I
Instead
thought
of a
he said
loud
it uses
gunshot, the captive
7.62,
piston
which is
system
like
seals
what
all the gases inside the case, making it
Oh, it
completely
says
silent
38
with
in the
no
video
muzzle
when I just
flash.
started
It's the
it.
kind of stealth technology perfect for covert operations.
Yeah, towards
But
the end
here's
it
where
said
gets
something
even
about
stranger. Its unusual
7.62 by
cylinder
4
design. Unlike
millimeters. I
traditional
can't remember
revolvers, the
what it was, but I
OTS-38
remember it
swings out
being
to the right and
the
forward,
same thing
ensuring
that
precise alignment for its special ammo. And
what
instead
do you
of
call it?
firing from the top
AK
chamber
used.
like most revolvers, it fires from the bottom, reducing recoil and increasing
Oh, it
accuracy. And
fires from
finally,
the
it has a
bottom
built-in
chamber.
laser sight mounted right above the barrel. This integrated laser module gives operators pinpoint precision, especially in low light conditions. A silent recoil-controlled
Yeah,
laser-guided
that's pretty
revolver
weird
Oh, maybe
too.
I'm
the
wrong. It's called an
OTS-38 remains one of the most
OTS-38.
advanced silent handguns in history.
They didn't actually say what ammo it used, I don't think. Could be 7.62. That's a pretty long fucking chamber for 38s, though. I think I might have just mixed that up.
Yeah, I think the 38 is.
It's just the model
Yeah, I don't know how
number.
they do the gun there.
Yeah, I don't think that was the ammo. That was just the name of it. Was OTS-38 was the model number.
Yeah, so again, it's I'm pretty sure, unless there's some kind of variation, because he does say another number after the 2, but I'm pretty sure that's the length
Damn.
of whatever it is. Maybe it's a thinner round or something, but Yeah, I was like, that's a pretty big bullet for such a small fucking like a handgun.
Yeah. Oh
Although I
yeah.
guess they have 50 caliber handguns, I guess, so it's not that crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, considering the revolver, yeah, that's a pretty fucking insane round for it.
Hmm. And then there was I forget what there was something weird the way the thing worked, right? If I remember correctly.
Like it's
I
shot
forget
from
what.
the shot from the fucking bottom
Oh, the
chamber
bottom
as
one, yeah.
opposed, so that it cut back on the recoil. There was a built-in laser sight for accuracy, and it was like super silent when it fired. I mean, the whole thing was kind of like crazy
Mhm.
spy tech kind
Yeah,
of
like I guess.
gadgety kind of thing going.
Yeah, yeah. I just thought that's a decent sized fucking bullet to have essentially be silent. So like, I guess all the gases it like fucking funneled them back into some kind of canister inside the gun, like a tiny little canister in the gun.
Something like that. Yeah, I didn't have time to really like get every last
Mhm.
detail of it, but because it's we're watching like
Pretty
we're
nuts.
doing the stream right now, and I'm trying to watch it while we're doing the stream.
Oh right, right.
But
Uh,
it looked pretty crazy, man. It looked pretty like, but not like what do you call it? Dysfunctionally crazy. It functioned really really well. Like really good engineering.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
That's not.
mean?
It can't be something that's easy to fucking pull off, dude.
Yeah. Like whoever did the engineering really did it right because they were like, oh yeah, this thing is just like a piece of art.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It's like a technology or whatever you want. Engineering like raised to an art form.
Yep.
Mm.
Somebody really did a great job in like figuring out like I want this revolver to be for like a spy, like James Bond guy, and I'm gonna do it exactly the right way. And he sure as shit did.
Mm. Yeah. Was that? Fuck. I thought it was Russian, but I don't know. If, like, where does it say in there?
Yeah, yeah, it was Russian.
It was okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I wasn't
They
sure if I was
they,
just
uh,
assuming that.
they built it very fast. But
Yeah. I got you. I got it. Not right away, but I got
yeah, it's one of those ones you're like, I got it, and I regret getting it, but I got it.
it. I wish I'd go back in time to when I didn't get
Yeah, if I could go back, that'd be just great.
it. Damn. I always wonder. I don't hear much about the fuck the A. What is it? The AA-12 shotgun. The one that has like almost no.
I don't know.
You can fire like fucking. You know what I'm talking about?
No, it doesn't ring a bell. I don't really know that much about guns other than like watching some stuff on YouTube here and there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know a ton, but I was amazed that there was a shotgun. Because yeah, I don't know if you've ever fired a shotgun, but it's
Nope,
got a lot of
only
kick.
22s and other kind of rifles and handguns kind of
Okay.
stuff. Never
Yeah,
fired a
yeah.
shotgun. Handled a shotgun
Any
a couple
shotgun has
times
a
just to like
lot
look
of
at them, but I've
fucking.
never fired them. I've
They
seen
got a
other
lot of
people
kick.
do it, and it looks rough.
Yeah, it's got a lot of fucking kick. So the fact that they came up with engineering essentially eliminated the recoil from a fucking shotgun is amazing. I remember watching a video, and there was this bitch that was like, I think they literally said she weighed like 90 pounds, right? And she's holding this shotgun with one hand and firing it.
Damn,
Yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts. Actually, let me see if I can find it.
that's
But yeah, like I said, I'm
impressive.
not super into guns, but yeah, it's just I thought it was amazing that they managed to um, almost completely remove the recoil from any kind of shotgun. A12 shotgun. I see that video is probably still out there somewhere. A12 fully automatic. Yeah, and it could even fire a little grenade round, dude. Like it would come out as
Oh,
soon as it
I've
came
seen
out of
that
the.
shit. That's crazy. When you go to just not like just any kind of Specialized shotgun rounds. That shit gets fucking crazy.
Yeah, so it's basically an automatic shotgun with a
They've got like
but
all
yeah, and,
these different kinds around. They got like guns with like darts for fucking specific shit. Guns with like penetrator rounds, with spreading rounds, with like special like frange, like all the fucking crazy specialty rounds
right,
that
I'm
12
showing,
gauges have. It's just fucking crazy. Like that's fun. Like
okay,
if I
yeah,
was gonna
this
get a
one,
gun, it would be like it would be some form of shotgun because like you can do pretty much anything with a shotgun.
yeah, hold on, god damn it, phone, fucking work. All right, I got one where the thumbnail has the grenade round. The guy's holding up the grenade. What the fuck? Jesus. All right, I really got to clear out the fucking memory in my phone. This thing doesn't work for shit.
Oh, it's lugging, like
okay.
lagging.
But yeah, so basically that's the size of the fucking round, the grenade round. And basically, like the shit at the back are essentially like fins to keep it stabilized. Like they're obviously they don't come, they don't spring open until they get out of the chamber. But as soon as they get out of the chamber, those things pop out to keep it stable. And it's a fucking grenade round, dude. Obviously, it's not a gigantic explosion, but it's coming out of a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
an automatic shotgun. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, I wonder if they're just like they don't want people to know about it because I feel like this should have been a much bigger deal than it has been. But yeah, apparently, like the engineering, like they started in like the 70s, and it took them like two or three decades or whatever, like at least 3 decades to figure it out.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that video before actually.
And
I think I might have seen that specific video because yeah, they had like all these different kind of rounds where it was like grenades, and then there was like special ones where like it was supposed to launch through a wall and then blow up on the other side of the wall.
Oh, like they penetrate and then blow up or something?
Yeah, they had all sorts of crazy rounds in that if I remember correctly. Oh god, that was funny. The fucking the lady who was freaking out over somebody wearing a MAGA hat and trying to attack him, just fucking face plants on her own.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was so satisfying to watch. Oh, do you see the VTuber who was dating like 7 guys online at the same time? Like, I know it's just online shit, but that's still a lot of time. Like, I don't know how you make the time for that, lady. That's fucking impressive in its own weird, fucked up way.
Yeah, that's fucked up, but yeah, I get you. Like, how do you have that much fucking energy? Even if it's just typing back and forth of fucking seven
different guys all at once. That's gotta be a balancing act. But yeah, that was some fucking nutty one. I thought that was crazy. Didn't work out for her in the end though. She's fucked, but you know, not a surprise.
Yeah. That's trying to keep 7 dudes secret from each other.
Well, I worked with a lady that had 3 boyfriends. She had the guy that had money. There was one of her boyfriends was the guy with money. And then she had the guy that looked really good. He was like the pretty boy. She had that one. And then the guy that she had fun with. That, like, he just was always fun to be around. And then so she had her 3 boyfriends that she was dating at the same time. And man, that was fucking hilarious and dark. Because she did not give a shit about any one of those 3 guys. They were all basically just fucking meat.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's like since it's California, I was like, fuck, do they know about each other?
No, this is way before DEI stuff. This would have been like 2002 or so, roughly around 2002. I felt bad for the dudes. I find if I'd ever met him, I might have been like, y'all know you ain't the only one, right? She dating like 3 motherfuckers right now. Y'all want to fucking watch and see who's pulling up.
Yeah, no shit. God damn. Yeah, that's some evil shit, man.
I thought so. I thought that was pretty fucked up. Like, and these guys, you know, maybe they're the worst people on the planet or something, but I doubt it. I'm sure they were just like normal dudes. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Most likely they're going to be the victim types that get taken advantage of by bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Who knows? Maybe they learn a valuable lesson from her and it sticks, you know? And they don't fall
Maybe
for
all
that
three of
shit.
them beat the shit out of her. Maybe she was getting beat by all three of them. Turns out that was her actual kink.
Oh, that'd be fucking weird.
She fucked up, man.
You're like, damn, they all just
Look,
started
man,
beating the shit out of her for no reason. What the hell?
no. There's a safe word. She wants this to happen.
She's into it. Well, what was it? I remember they were talking about when they were doing the I'm Alex stuff. I guess somebody made a comment of like maybe men should stop beating women, and he made he I think he made an appropriate response of like that's ridiculous. There's just there's just assholes out there of every stripe, and you can't it's just, that's one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's already kind of against the rules. Like it's not stopping it from happening.
Yeah, nobody approves of this. There's just nothing you can do to prevent people from being assholes. Some people are just fucked up.
Some people approve, but yeah, no decent human beings approve.
Yeah. And my immediate first thought was just like, well, maybe women should have less punchable faces.
Yeah.
Because, like the first thing you think of is just the worst joke. It's like, obviously I don't really mean that, but I mean, it just the first thought was like, well, maybe their faces should be less punchable.
Oh, yeah, and he also, would you say that? And he also said that it was annoying her point.
Yeah.
Did you catch that part?
Oh, he's
like annoying to look at.
Yeah. He made some comments that were pretty edgy for what he was, for being on YouTube.
It's a very odd thing to say to any other human.
Yeah.
Your face is annoying to look at, or I don't know exactly what he said.
Yeah, that was some wacky shit, man.
Yeah, he's a bit of an odd duck, that one. And yeah, it's going to be shocking if he doesn't end up murdering or attempting to murder a woman at some point.
Oh yeah, no, the way that guy was talking in the video, man, and the shit that he was saying, like he's clearly psychotic, man. Like dangerously psychotic. I would not want to be alone with that dude.
So yeah, and there'll still be some dumb bitch that'll date that guy.
Well, he's got money and fame, dude. There's always going to be somebody that wants to date a guy that's rich and famous, no matter how horrible he is.
Yeah. Although I hope he made a lot of his money in the fucking time period. I don't know how much of money he's going to have coming in forward.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he's like. I don't think he's like Destiny or any of those ones that can kind of fucking like they're still kind of be kind of okay. Like they might lose a bunch of people, but they're still going to be okay. I don't think he's one of those. Yeah, I don't think he was quite in that category.
No. He's fucked. I'd say his career is pretty much over, but you never know.
Indeed. Oh yeah, I love how he claimed. Apparently, he made up the shit about like someone who's supposed to be one of his best friends. That Slazo guy. I don't know anything about any of these people other than what Diorio's talked about or whatever. But apparently, the Slazo guy had some false allegations against him. And then apparently, I'm Alex, one of his best buds, came up with a story where they were out at a bar, and he was. He said that like Slazo was like not drinking, and he was getting this girl super drunk to take advantage of her. I
remember Nick was talking about something like that, and I was trying to figure out what he was referring to, like specifically.
Yeah. So Alex, whatever the bitch that was lying about him, about the Slazo guy, like it turned out to be complete bullshit. But for some reason, Alex thought it was a good idea to just keep going. Be like, yeah, well, I still don't want to have someone like that's friend. Because, yeah, and he did this thing where, he said that he fucking literally, he said that Slaza wasn't drinking himself, and that he was making the chick drink just to take advantage of her. And he's like, no, we were both really drunk. Like, she was on me giving me hickeys and shit. Like, it was
That's one
nothing
of
like
those
that.
things though. Like that is a thing that a lot of fucked up people do to like get laid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
most common thing is not like slipping people a Mickey where it's like they're not putting pills in your drink.
They're just trying to get you drunk.
They're just
way
adding more
drunk.
liquor. They get a double shot when they go order the drink when you're not around, and it's a double shot, kind of thing.
Yeah, like even that's pretty fucking gross. But yeah, apparently it was not that at all. But he's still talking about his own friend, made up some shit, and then he claimed this is the kind of like, or in my head anyway, definitely shit. Because Alex claimed that he like got up in his face and said, "Hey man, we don't treat women like that around here." Like trying to act like he was a fucking tough guy that like checked his fucking friend.
And then everybody
Like,
clapped.
You're fucking tiny. You're not intimidating anybody.
Yeah.
You're not get up in anybody's face IRL, motherfucker.
No one's buying that one. Not unless they're real fucking dumb.
Yeah, just determined to believe. But yeah, to do that kind of shit to somebody who's supposed to be one of his best fucking friends, dude. Like, yeah, that's pretty fucking. Yeah, he's a psycho.
Man, I can't imagine that lying on a friend like that. Like, I can understand if it was the truth. Like, I respect somebody who, they genuinely are coming out and, somebody fucking was fucking around and
doing something that's
drunk
fucked up.
so that they could fucking take advantage. I'm all right. Yeah, that guy's a scumbag. I'm glad you came out and told everybody what kind of person that was. Everybody needs to know.
But yeah, to just make some shit up about a dude that's supposed to be one of your best friends.
And then what do you even get out of that? You know what I mean? Like, did you get something like benefit out of that?
Just to look like the fucking,
looking like the good guy.
I protect women points, I guess.
Wow, that's really yeah. Just for a couple of extra fucking views on your YouTube video, man, you're willing to fucking potentially put your friend in like fucking like a, looking like they're gonna go to prison or something,
Yeah,
that's not the kind of stuff you walk away from, and it's like, oh yeah, no big deal. No, you can go to jail for that kind of shit, man.
Also, I guess if they're if you can get anybody to unsubscribe from the Slazo guy, they might subscribe to him for outing him or something. That's probably a big chunk of the reason too. But yeah, either way, that guy's fucking trash. All right, fuck that guy. What else is going on in the world? Yeah. Oh, did we talk about the fart fucking comic?
Comic book? No, that's right. Yeah. That fart comic, man.
Dude, I was really hoping when they first announced it a few months back. I'm like, I really hope since the what do you call it? It was coming out April 1st. So I'm like, God, please make that an April Fool's joke. Please tell me that's not fucking serious.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what. Yeah, same, dude. Same. I was like,
and it turns out,
I kind of was hoping that was gonna be an April
turns out
Fool's
that
thing.
Turns out no, it's real. Yeah, fucking gross.
And it's like webcomics are like, yeah, I get it. Like a lot of these comics, webcomics, but just comics in general, are for all ages, man. Like, there's a lot of kids that are going to be exposed to that shit, and that's just straight fetish porn. It's like that's not cool.
Yeah, it's a very odd for something like that where it's again certainly not all children, but again a lot of kids are into comics. And you're gonna make a fucking especially a character like Harley Quinn, pretty fucking popular.
Yeah.
fucking bizarre, man. And for such a small, like, it's such a small fucking audience, man. Or, well, I don't know how small it is, but I can't imagine there's a huge amount of fucking people that are both
Oh, that
comic
are
book
like all
fans
up and wanting to
and into
hear
fart
like
fetish.
scratch and sniff fucking
Yeah.
sticker. Yeah, no, it's a very small audience.
Mm.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I don't know, man. That just, I mean, whatever people are into, it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But like,
Yeah,
it
that should be
shouldn't
done on a
be
much
in a
smaller
thing that's
scale.
marketed to children on a regular basis. That's not really cool.
Yeah, it should not be marketed to the general public for fucking sure. You know, if
Yeah.
you wanna, if there's a fart fetish fucking site or fucking magazine, whatever. If they're gonna advertise in those sites, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, just to have it be
Yeah.
like, hey, everybody, we're doing a fart porn comic with Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
We want
yeah. That makes it
everyone to know
weird,
about it.
man.
Yeah, like, dude, just advertise. Yeah, or maybe they did, and other people just heard about it. I don't seem like that. It did not seem like that's what happened.
No, no. It's a whole different
Like,
fucking
this is
ball of
gonna be
wax.
super popular. Fart porn, hilarious. Or I guess it's not even trying to be funny.
Yeah, I think it
It's
was
literally
literally
just
just
pathetic.
intended to be like a big thumb at the fucking conservatives.
Yeah,
No, honestly, I
yeah.
think that's one of those things where they genuinely were just like trying to be like, ah, conservatives, fuck off, we hate you.
Dude, it's fat, dude. The last decade or so, like, it's fucking fascinating that these giant companies are just like, fuck profits, fuck
Well,
making
no, see,
money.
here's the thing: they're not doing that. They're getting money from BlackRock.
Oh yeah, the BlackRock and that. Yeah, I
They're
forget.
getting funding from
Yeah, they almost have
BlackRock
to.
in the back end,
Mhm.
and so like the money they're losing is nothing compared to what they're getting paid in the back, because it's all coming from China, who's printing money and feeding it to BlackRock. You know, like I don't know, I don't know if people understand that. I mean, I'm sure it sounds crazy to a lot of people, but that just like that's exactly
Yeah,
what's
for the
happening.
longest
Is
time, I
China's
thought it was.
funneling money to BlackRock. BlackRock is paying these companies to destroy the American culture.
Yeah, honestly, at first I
Yeah.
thought it was just a thing where he was like, "I'm gonna value and then buy them up and then make them actually do regular business, like buy them super cheap kind of thing."
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that actually makes more sense, dude. That he's literally just fucking in with the Chinese folks. We're just trying to corrupt the
Well, I mean,
country.
how else is BlackRock going to get the kind of money that it's gotten? Like, you can't get profits on that level if you're not part of the government in some way. And they're throwing around bribe money and money behind the scenes to pay for these projects and stuff. That's why they keep
Yeah.
happening, even though nobody
Well,
wants
from
them.
what I heard, it was originally like that was the one company that was to take on a lot of the losses from the housing back in the day. Back in the when was that?
Yeah, the U.S.
The early
government
yeah,
started it. Yeah.
22, 23. Yeah, so apparently he was like one of the main people that his company, or whatever, was the main one that kind of took the hit for that. So they got an insane amount of fucking like benefits
Yeah.
from that, and that's kind of where they initially got a shitload of money from.
But the amount of
But
money
yeah,
they're burning
yeah,
through at this point, there's no way
yeah, they
it's
could
not
not keep
coming
that
from a
either.
governmental source,
Yeah,
either from the U.S. because of China or from China directly. And I assume it's China directly at this point.
yeah.
But that's how they're buying
Either way, it's
politicians
not
and
on the
stuff
left.
to support like China. Like I mean, there's no question that China is not our friend. That's like Russia's not our friend either. It's like we know better. Like we can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's why it was crazy. Like when they got uranium one deal. When I think it was when Obama was president and Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Like, how do you let a fucking foreign, any foreign fucking company or whatever have any kind of control over your fucking uranium, dude?
Yeah, you don't. Like that's totally unacceptable, and no one in their right mind would ever say like, "Oh yeah, totally cool."
Yeah, like I'm sure that yeah, that just wants to make money, and they're not concerned about getting uranium for themselves. There's no uranium falling off of trucks and ending up in Russia. Sure, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's pretty fucking nuts. I still can't believe they didn't make a bigger deal about when Biden dipped into the fucking strategic oil reserves, mainly to fucking lower the prices right before an election, but also sold off like $1 billion of it to China. Like, I don't understand how that
sold off $1 billion of it to China for like $100 million.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he sold off a lot of it for a very, very small price, way below market value.
Wow, I thought they at least paid market price for it.
Maybe
yeah, and
I'm
again,
wrong.
you're
Look it up.
dipping into the
You might want to check that one on Google, but I'm pretty sure.
Right.
That was
yeah, no, I didn't look super far into it, so you're most likely right. It would make sense. Yeah, that sounds like something Biden would do. Yeah, and I'm like, how does that? I don't care how far you're leaning, dude. Like how? Yeah, well, I know why. I don't know why I'm wondering about it. They're all owned by the same fucking
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, it was like that was so blatant.
Oh yeah, no, it was absolutely insane. A lot of the shit that goes on there is just crazy.
All right, what do you got? What's next?
Did you see the guy that went to war with the fucking 4chan trolls?
I was literally just about to ask you about it. I just scrolled past. I did not see that. I missed it even being posted there. But yeah, what's up with that?
It was amazing. So he's the guy that goes up on and posts a bunch of like social media stuff every day, or at least once a week or something, where he outs all like the pedophiles, the wife abusers, the child abusers, the real scumbaggy motherfuckers out there. You know, the worst of the worst. He fucking outs them publicly and puts their picture and their name out. Which I think is pretty fucking boss. In my opinion, I think that's pretty cool.
No problems injected.
But at some point, 4chan decided that they had a problem with this guy. And so they started making all sorts of threats about how they were going to kill him and all this other shit. And he's like, bring it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? He's like, go for it, bitch. And then he fucking tracked him down and fucking arrested him for making terroristic death threats.
Nice.
And I'm like, you know what? Good, because a couple of them were actual credible threats.
Yeah. Yeah, even I would be fucking very hesitant to fuck with 4chan on any level. So
oh yeah, I'm not fucking with 4chan. Hell no. That's not gonna work out the way you want it to.
That is the most concentrated fucking autism on the planet. Yeah, how long did it take him to find Shia LaBeouf?
I don't know, but they fucking destroyed that poor man's brain.
Dude, they really did, dude. God damn,
not that there was a whole lot there to start with, but yeah, they really fucked him up in the head.
Yeah. He was a child actor, so he probably got past it too.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't bear any ill will to Shia LaBeouf. I'm sure that there's
he did
why
kind of
he's as
brighten
fucked
a little
up in
bit.
the head as he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that when he had that fucking camera or whatever, screaming "He will not divide us," or so. Yeah, he was pretty fucking wacky.
Well, and didn't he like lose his shit in like a diner over some fucking French fries or something? Just like completely come unhinged. I seem to remember there was like a point where he was just like completely went ape shit.
Just fucking lost it.
Yeah, started using like racial slurs, and you're like kind of going like, bro, what?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one, but yeah, anything he might have done, I would, not be surprised.
Yeah, he was actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. But yeah.
I liked him in Constantine. That was a good one.
He was great in a lot of movies, man. He was great in the fucking Transformers. Like the first Transformers one was that was part of what made that movie great.
Right.
You know, I love watching him, and I even like watching him in the fucking Indiana Jones movie, man. Even though it's terrible that they tried to shoehorn it in, he still I could have gotten behind him in an Indiana Jones movie as the son of Indiana Jones carrying on and doing the shit, you know. Well, you know, I was like, yeah, I could get behind that. This guy's fucking entertaining. He's fun, you know.
He made a decent sidekick.
Yeah, exactly.
Indiana Jones. Yeah, that's special. Have you seen Constantine?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen Constantine many times, dude. I love that movie with Keanu Reeves. Yeah,
that is definitely one of my. It doesn't seem like it's all, but that was a really good fucking movie, man.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. 100% agree on that one. 10 out of 10. That movie.
Actually, I want to see. I'm curious what the ratings are. Because I don't remember that it was that big came out. So I'm wondering what
they ask. It's one of those things they ask Keanu Reeves sometimes in interviews. You know, if you could make a sequel to one of your movies, you know, what would it be? And his answer is Constantine.
Nice.
So it's not
there's definitely a lot to play with there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Demonology, fucking. Yeah, there's fucking draw from, so.
Well, and there's all sorts of great Constantine storylines to draw from, too.
Yeah, it was a comic, right? It was a comic book originally?
Yeah. Is
that right?
It's the long-running DC comic, yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so all kinds of yeah. Okay, great. Love that movie. All right, IMDb's got it at 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is 46%? What the fuck?
That's surprising.
Oh, yeah. Rotten Tomatoes is, it sucks nowadays. All right, 72% for everyone else. Yeah, the tomato meter, that's usually the official critics or whatever.
Oh,
and it usually varies wildly from the audience score. Audience score 72%. I would have rated it much higher personally, but that's solid.
I think that's fair. Audiences don't always go for comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
Comic book movies are not super like they've been more mainstream as of late, but when that was out, it wasn't really like.
I didn't even know it was a comic book movie until years after I watched it the first time. I had no idea that was a comic book movie. Yeah, it's a great. Oh shit! There's so much cool shit in that fucking movie, man. Like when he's outside and all the shit around him just starts getting dark, like the fucking streetlights and shit are going out.
Oh yeah, dude, the fucking demon stuff in that is amazing. He's fighting the bug crab thing, made out of like all sorts of fucking slugs and worms and insects and shit.
Yeah, or that priest that thinks he's not drinking liquor.
And then you go and you see the actual footage and he's like getting all fucking drunk. That is amazing, dude. That movie had so many amazing moments. I like when he's talking to the girl.
The lead singer of Bush was that demon or whatever.
And he played that part really fucking well.
Yeah, actually
did. A lot of times you see these like musicians get parts in movies and stuff, and you're like, wow, you're fucking awful. Like Madonna. You know? You're just fucking terrible at acting, and you should never have been given that role, but I guess you blew someone.
Yeah.
And then
But yeah, no, he actually did it really well.
It was exceptional because like I didn't realize till after the movie that he was the lead singer from Bush. I just thought that was just like a really good actor. I was like, oh, that guy's great, you know? Like, I want to watch him in something else. And then I looked him up and I was like, well, motherfucker.
Yeah, the Pop at Midnight character was good. Yeah, that whole thing of them, how they managed shit. Like he's in the electric chair and the fucking water. And yeah, all that shit was fucking nuts, dude.
Everything about that movie is just a blast, man.
Indeed.
But
so that would be nice. Yeah, that would be a great fucking sequel. Like I said, there's just
Yeah,
so much you can.
there's nobody that's interested in buying it. Unfortunately, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, yeah, and it was like knock it out of the. So yeah, I get it.
But it's super
Yeah.
fun movie and one of those ones that I will always be happy to go back and watch again.
Indeed.
It's like I will go watch fucking Constantine any day. That's just a great film.
I feel like they could do it with like a smaller budget, maybe. Like I feel like that could easily make at least $1 million.
Oh yeah, that's one of those movies
No,
like where
especially
there
nowadays.
actually probably is a fairly good chance that if they made a sequel now, that people would be into it. And the fun part is they don't even have to like remake the movie. They don't have to like start over. They can just, like everybody involved would probably be willing to come back. I would imagine.
Yeah.
If
Just
Keanu's
Keanu
coming
Reeves
back,
Yeah. If he says he's into it, that's. I mean, the other ones would be great too, and they probably would be, even if not. If the Keanu's willing to do it, I'm surprised that he's still a big draw. It would be nice to see a movie that's not all. Oh, actually, no, yeah. It would get ruined. Give it like 4 or 5 years. See where the culture's at. If they're still making DEI nonsense.
Yeah. That's the sad thing. Is it's really
Yeah, I forgot about
really
I don't know.
a big question as to like whether you want that movie remade now or not.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. That has been my rule for a decade. I do not want any remakes or sequels until the fucking woke nonsense hysteria has passed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, quite careful what you ask for. One of those things, kind of thing. Yeah. It's like I'd love to see a remake, just not now. I think you're right. Yeah, definitely wait like 10 years.
It does seem like it is finally passing. So that, you know what I mean? Like it seems like shit's getting better.
I think even China's basically at this point falling apart. So they've run out of money. I think they spent a lot of money trying to destroy our culture, and I don't think it worked quite the way they'd hoped. I think you're gonna see a lot of the stuff that used to be big just disappearing.
Yeah. Well, at this point, like even the normies are shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
like it's coming out. People like Bill Maher are even addressing the fact that, like, it was all about money, man. That transgender thing, they're making billions of dollars mutilating little kids,
Yeah, if you don't really fucking have any kind of conscience and you have a way to make money, those people are going to do it.
Yep.
Who cares about how many of these fucking kids end up offing themselves?
Yeah, that's actually a big part of the trans suicide rate is the fact that like these procedures are irreversible and they're fed this line of bullshit that you can just go back and forth and it's no big deal and it's not going to be a problem and it's just like fucks people up, man.
Fucking disgusting. Pretty disgusting. Yeah, and again, I've got to imagine, like even higher now that you've got like people, like kids being talked into it by like their parents, usually their mothers. But you know what I mean? That are going to be
Well, mom doesn't give a shit. She just wants to fucking get those.
She wants the internet brownie points.
Brownie points, man. A lot of those moms are just they don't care, man. They're own kids. So sad.
Yeah.
and I think that there are there is an actual amount of people out there that have gender dysphoria, genuinely like transgender, and need help and need therapy. Yeah. I don't think surgery is the right answer in most cases. I think there's
it's a fucking I don't even know what the fucking right option is.
I think the right option is therapy and learning to accept the body you're in, and then if you want to dress like the opposite gender and play that role, that's nothing wrong with that. Just don't mutilate your genitals, man.
Yeah.
Maintain your
Yeah.
ability to have kids, maintain your ability to orgasm. Those are two incredibly important things for most people.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's ever discussed, dude.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, like the doctors that are going to do these, tell them, right? That they're not going to be able to orgasm and they're not going to be able to fucking have. Well, the have
I
kids thing's going to be
don't
obvious, I would
think they're
imagine.
honest about it. I don't think they're honest about a lot of this stuff.
Dude, that is
I think it's,
incredibly.
yeah, I think
Dude.
it's, that's the problem is that people are going into this because I literally had training where I work it was from the county, you know. Where this lady came in and was telling us how it was totally easily reversible and you'll totally maintain all functionality and everything, and it's like it's just
Jesus.
not true, man. It's just total bullshit.
Yeah,
And I
that's
work with
fucking.
some real fucking retarded motherfuckers. So you tell those people that they genuinely thought that shit was real.
Damn. Yeah, that's fucking evil, man.
Yeah, it is fucked up, man. Convincing these poor idiots that like they can go do this thing with no consequences, and it's like, no, everything in life has consequences. There's no such thing as a safe surgery.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Every surgery you have, no matter how minor, still carries with it the risk of death at this point. You know, like people die from it. Maybe not very often anymore in some of them, but none of them are perfectly safe.
Yeah, it's just. Jesus. Yeah, Yeah. I'm glad I was born male and I feel male. Like, it seems like a fucked up. Dude, that's a really fucked up thing to have to live with, dude. The people that
Oh man,
genuinely
any kind of delusion
believe they're
is
together. Yeah.
impossible, man. I don't know how anybody deals with it. I work with a lot of people that have all sorts of delusional issues, and it is rough, dude. It is super fucking rough.
Yeah.
Would
Like
not
thinking you're
wish
dating
that
Pokemon.
on anybody.
Like thinking you're dating Pokemon
Yeah.
and sway you from it whatsoever, dude.
Oh, that poor guy. That poor guy is so fucking like.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, but I still like to point and laugh at him. Yeah, I'm kind of with the
Well,
Oreo on that. Like, don't fuck with him directly, but we're gonna make fun of him because it is
yeah,
still
make
pretty
fun of
fucking
he's putting the
funny.
content out on the internet. That's his choice, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that kind of does make him fair game. And any of the romance scams, dude. Dude, you remember the Brad Pitt one? The chicken, like, I don't know, somewhere over in the European Union. The bitch that had given like a scammer like almost $1 million fucking bucks because she thought she was in a relationship with Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah.
Dude, do you remember that? Did you see the pictures that the scammer had sent of like Brad Pitt, like supposedly from all these surgeries that he was supposed to be having that he needed money for some reason?
No, I did not.
Dude, it was so fucking obvious that it was just the same picture, the same face, just kind of photoshopped into these different pictures. Exactly the same fucking expression.
Oh,
You know what I
brutal.
mean? Like, not even taking different, like, you know what I mean? Like, how is somebody's face going to have the exact same tone and fucking expression every fucking time? Like, in different light, you know what I mean? There'd be different lightings and all this different shit. That's going to make it look at least slightly different. And it was literally the exact same face of Brad Pitt just posted into these different pictures. Yeah,
That is
dude, it
pretty
was
sad.
like, wow. How do you fucking, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Or the lady that thought she was dating Darius Rucker, the former Hootie and the Blowfish guy that's a country singer now.
You know what
It
I
has
don't
been for
get?
quite a
Why
while.
would you want to date these people other than like you consider them as an object? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's almost
I'm
like
a
a
huge
fetish.
fan of Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves, but I don't want to go to his fucking house. You know, like I'm not going to go try to hang out with the guy. I don't know shit about him. I've never met him. It would be
Yeah,
weird. Like
yeah.
I think there's a lot of celebrity ladies that I think are super hot. Like Michelle Pfeiffer is smoking hot, but I ain't trying to fucking date her. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah,
appeal to me.
everyone,
Like,
other
I don't
than
even, it doesn't
camouflage.
interest me at all. Like, at all. It's just weird to me that it would interest anyone, honestly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's something I don't understand.
Like, I get that they're attractive, but like, so like they have money,
Yeah,
but
they're
like,
almost not real. Yeah, yeah. And so many of them are just like not real people. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh God,
there's not
every
much to them, dude.
I've met minor celebrities, and they're fucking insufferable. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I remember I
Yeah.
was
So it'll
in
be a giant star.
with fucking Bering. I think it was Bering or something like that. The guy, he's like a YouTuber from Australia with the fucking bear
Oh yeah.
avatar or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I was in a
Yeah. I still
chat
follow
after
his
a
wife.
stream with him one time, and honestly, he was just like fucking obnoxious. Like,
Wow.
he wasn't a terrible guy. Like, I could see people want to hang out with him, sure, but like I wouldn't like go out of my way and be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go hang out with Bering. It was just like, yeah, all right, he's kind of a fucking obnoxious Australian cunt. I'm like, yeah, I can pass. Take
Yeah, I
your
still
leave hanging out
follow
with
his
this
wife
dude.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still follow his wife. She seems
Oh yeah.
alright. Yeah, Sugar Tits.
Sugar tits. Yeah.
Or,
Well, he's not a bad guy. Like, don't get me wrong. It just was like one of those things where like, there wasn't anything special about him. Like, it's like, yeah, he's some guy you meet at a fucking what do you call it? Like a barbecue or something.
yeah. Oh shit! I never really followed up on the mash. I don't know if there's much to it other than it was like a gang shootout that they're labeling as a mass shooting.
Oh yeah,
I guess
yeah, yeah,
technically
yeah.
it
I
is.
saw that. Yeah, I hate that shit.
Dude, I'm like,
Where
yeah.
it's
When I
like
think
that's not
mass
a mass
shooting, I'm
shooting. That's a
thinking
gang
of
shootout between two gangs, and it had nothing to do
yeah,
with guns and everything to do with gang violence not being addressed properly. What are
yeah,
you wasting
yeah,
my fucking time for, guys?
yeah. I don't think I'm alone. Whenever I hear mass shooting, I'm thinking one person shot up some shit by themselves. So to label it like that is so shitty.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but like it muddies the waters so that the actual issues are never addressed.
Yeah.
Like there are real issues out there with guns and stuff like that, and gangs and all those other things. And if we're not addressing any of them because we're constantly trying to score political fucking points one way or the other, then it's a problem. It's like the thin blue line bullshit. It's like, yeah, most cops are all right, but there are bad cops out there, and it needs to be fucking dealt with.
Yeah, and all the good cops should be on board with that.
Yeah, it should never be a question of like, I don't know if I agree with going after them. It's like, no, you should absolutely always agree with going after them. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, all you good cops, people think you're scum too, because you guys don't police your own your own peoples. Yeah, you should want them the fuck out. You should not be protecting them.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's the thing that's weird is I have talked to the police in VR chat. I've talked to people who are like up in the ranks. They're not like the officer on the street. They're the guy that like they're the guy that the lieutenant, or he's ordering around all the people on the street, and they definitely know which ones are the bad ones, and they absolutely want them out. It's the unions. They have there's nothing they can do. The unions fucking
the union's too strong.
Keep those people in there, and there's nothing they can do to stop it, and it's really shitty, and they know it. And it's like they're like, we're not trying to just fucking fire people to be unfair or mean. Like, some of these people are fucking wrong in the head.
Yeah, and should not be cops.
Yeah, and don't need a gun. Like, they don't need a fucking gun and a badge and an excuse to use it. This is dangerous shit. And yeah,
there's a lot of people that should not have authority at all.
Oh yeah, they definitely will agree with you on that. And it's not an uncommon thing that like people aren't dumb. Like these people aren't dumb. They know it's a problem, and it's unfortunate. And it's those fucking unions just keep those cops in there, and there's nothing to be done. And, you know, like they can't just make it go away overnight. It's gotta be changed at the legal level, like the law.
Yeah, it's odd because it's like, it's not like you're gonna have less. Like the bad cop is going to be replaced by another. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Currently, a cop is going to become a cop that may be good or bad, but get rid of the one that's definitely bad.
Yeah, exactly. Save us all the heartbreak.
Yeah, we might actually, you know, not hate you guys anymore. Or
See,
think
that's
you're
the
fucking.
thing. They know that's part of what makes people upset. But like, you know, at the end of the day, like there's just nothing they can do to fucking stop it, sadly, because you know, fucking unions get involved, and then nobody can be fired because they gotta go through all this other bullshit stuff to.
That's what I'm saying. Like even the union, like, you know what I mean? There's going to be another guy going to replace the guy you kick out.
Yeah, exactly. The unions should.
Fucking
they're,
bizarre.
it's weird to me that the unions don't want these guys off the force. And one of the things that got me was, where I work is union, right? And the fucking management. Oh my god, they despise them on like a fucking molecular level. They hate them so much, like to a point where it's like that's unhealthy. Like y'all got to find other things to think about. But and I don't know why they hate them so much, because the union can help them get more funding, can work with them to put pressure on the county for more funds, and can get more press involved in everything. If they worked with the union, like we would get paid better, they could potentially make more money. Like there's not a lot of loss to be had there. You know what I mean? Because the union isn't going in there like saying we want wages that are astronomically high and impossible for you to pay. They know it's a nonprofit. They don't want to do that. They just want an open look at how much money is coming in, and then they can start working on and where the money's coming from, so they can start working on like getting more money and making sure that our pay is a fair portion of what's coming in.
But somehow it gets lost in translation somewhere.
Oh yeah, like
or people just don't care.
where the fucking management tries to physically bully the guy.
Damn.
Like walking and bumping chests and bumping into him when they walk by and trying to knock him over and shit. Just like crazy fucking grade school shit.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, y'all are fucking crazy. Like, y'all are grown-ass adults. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. And it was just one of those things where you're like, bro, is it really that big a deal? Like, goddamn. Like, you can't handle just like fucking talking with somebody over like how much money that your employees get paid because somebody wants your employees to get more money. You tell us how amazing we are at work all the time and how we do this amazing work, and it's you're so grateful to have us all working there. And then when it comes time to pay up some fucking money, then you got a problem with it. But you're making 6 figures a year.
Right.
You know?
Like, no, that might come out of my pocket.
Yeah, so it was one of those things where it's like awfully suspicious that they're so fucking unhappy to deal with the unions. Let's see. What else we got on there? Oh, there was a fucking VTuber. They got their ID stolen by an OnlyFans person. The OnlyFans person was doing like stuff with the, you know, like a copy of their VR model, their virtual reality model or whatever. And I thought that was
wow.
funny, but like the same VTuber, and this is like a wacky one where you're like, what the fuck? They did like the thing, you know, like Gundam does that shit where he'll like have people send him shit in the mail. She had
Oh,
people
right,
send her
right.
shit in the mail to open up, and some fucking dude or lady or whatever sent a fucking tracking device.
Oh, wow. Jesus
Right? Like,
Christ,
yeah,
dude.
it's like, dude, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Like you gonna try to track these people down? Like, get a life. Can you imagine how creeped out that'd make you like the first time you got that though? Especially
Yeah.
for a lady. Like, let's be real. Like that would be especially
Yeah.
disturbing for some poor gal.
Yeah, that's terrifying, dude. Jesus.
But just such a wacky like fucking like concept that somebody's actually like got a tracking device and sent it. I didn't know that was illegal, by the way. I thought that was perfect. I never would have thought that would have been illegal, but it actually is a crime.
Mm.
I would have thought like, you know, you can send whatever the heck you want in the mail as long as it's not like a weapon or a threat, you know.
Mm. Yeah, that's scary.
But I don't know that I have all that much sympathy, if I'm gonna be real honest, for VTubers, because they play the whole like we're, you know, perpetually single and we care about you so much, and like they play the like fake girlfriend role to the hilt, and it's like, well, you know people are crazy. Like,
Right.
let's not pretend that you went into this not realizing that people are fucking lunatics.
Yeah, you kind of have to be on guard.
Yeah, and you're actively encouraging people to like look at you and view you as the perfect girlfriend, and talking about how you love your audience and they're so special and all this other shit all the time. Like, you have to know that one's gonna have some sort of potential like danger to it.
Mm.
You know, like you gotta be aware that the more famous you get in that kind of field, that you have to be more careful about that shit too.
Yeah, it's hard to have a whole lot of sympathy for them, dude. Considering what they encourage.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that kind of irritates me a little bit, but I did think it was funny that she didn't go and sue the person that used her character's model on OnlyFans. Let's see. We talked about the guy that went to. Did we talk about the guy that sprayed bug killer on the fucking fruit?
I don't know if we did, but yeah, I definitely saw that.
And
Yeah, that's what I mean. We've definitely talked about. That's the big danger with the IRL prank shit, is you're gonna have to keep one-upping. And I'm a little fucking. It's terrifying to see what's coming next after you see something like that. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're like, what the fuck are you thinking? How do you think that's okay? Fucking.
See the COVID scam?
Yeah.
The people that were running the fake
nuts.
restaurant shit, where they were like, oh yeah, we're dispensing all these meals to the victims of COVID for, you know, doing this charity work for free and all this other stuff. You know, thanks for paying for it,
Right.
big government. But you know, they weren't giving any of that money, any of those, delivering any food to anybody. They were just fucking pocketing the cash.
Yeah. It was all
like,
bullshit.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's fucked up.
That is pretty fucked, man. Yeah, that was like millions, right?
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah,
amount.
millions and millions. And when it just further demonstrates the point that like Trump was making, that like, hey man, we need to know who's got the money, where they're planting it, or what they're doing with it. Like, we need to know this stuff. Like, we can't just be throwing money at random people with no idea of what's going on.
Yeah, it's weird that people that are like upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, look, we all know there's government waste, and it's probably even worse than any of us can find.
Well, and, like,
Almost
what was it,
certainly.
when Biden was leaving office, there was they just put billions in the hands of random, like, charities with no idea, and it's like, what Trump is doing, going through and eliminating all these unnecessary employees is such an important part of, like, our government, and should have been done every year for a lot longer now than like, because it's so dangerous to have
it's
that
waste.
shit,
It's
like, going
wasteful.
on where you don't know where the money is going and, like, what's being done with it, and, like, is it even necessary to continue to be giving money to this group, or should we stop now? Because we know that they're not giving it to the people they're supposed to be giving it to. It's like,
Yeah. There was the one that was run Stacey Abrams, the fucking bitch from Georgia. She was talking about it all proudly, and it was 50 million or they were supposed to be like getting help. What do you call it? More energy efficient appliances and shit. And they're like, look, we helped this one guy, and it's like that's pretty much all they've done, and that's like $50 million that nobody knows where the fuck it went to.
Or like, California, the money that's been going to all these nonprofits for charity that are supposed to be housing the homeless, and they've only housed like 5% of homeless, and it's like, but the money we gave you could have literally housed every single homeless man and woman in the state for the whole year. Like, how the fuck did you manage to spend all this money and only be able to help 5% of the fucking population? That's insane. Like, like, you belong in prison at this point.
Yeah, obviously a vast majority just going into their fucking friends and families.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's a friends and family special. It's like a lot of people who have family that works for the government and bureaucracy end up with jobs working for the bureaucracy.
Yeah, they tend to go back and forth.
Yeah, it tends to go it tends to stick in the like, there's like families that have worked for the government for generations. It's crazy. It's like that kind of stuff should stop. Like that definitely needs to be done.
Yeah. Dick Cheney goes back to work for Halliburton, and Halliburton got all these fucking crazy contracts or whatever, like in Iraq after the war. Yeah. Sure, there's no connection there.
Well, and also you got all these fucking government stooges making millions of dollars out of like nothing. You know what I mean? Like they're making like $150,000 a year, but they're like leaving office with like $100 million in the fucking bank. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I think let's see. Yeah, Bernie Sanders, Schumer are two of the main ones that are just career politicians, dude. That
they've never worked anywhere but in they've never done anything but politics.
Yeah, they've just been politicians, dude, their whole fucking lives, and they're fucking super rich. And it's like, dude, we know we pay you fairly well, but
it's the money that they have is not commensurate with the money that they've earned.
Yeah, Pelosi's another one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pelosi is a bad one.
Oh shit! Did you hear the one about the one Democrat leader that was essentially funding like the gang empire that he had?
That was crazy.
Like, holy shit, man. Fuck, I already forgot most of the details, but yeah. They're like, oh, okay, you're a politician now. Okay, here's a bunch of money to help, you know, keep your gang going.
Oh man, sorry, I was trying to scratch my back. But yeah, they're just literally taking straight up taxpayer money to fund gangs. That's crazy. But that was kind of like what that other chick was doing, right? The super mayor, the one that fucking lost her position, who probably is not going
Yeah,
to have to
yeah.
go to prison, even though she should.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Like I said, we'll see. I mean, hers is so fucking blatant. Like, uh, it seems crazy that she's not going to get fucking busted on some level. But I'm still, again, it's still a I'll believe it when I see it thing, and that should not, you know what I mean? Like that should be a fucking given. There should be no
Yeah,
doubt about that
agreed.
bitch going to fucking jail.
Oh, 100%. 100%. She should 100% be going to jail, no question.
But I mean, most people have already forgotten about it. You know what I mean? Like once it's out of fucking, out of the news cycle or whatever the fuck, doesn't take very long for to get distracted by the next thing.
Yeah. God damn. Let's see.
Oh god, I forgot about the MAGA hat thing falling down.
Yeah, that shit is just fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently
Yeah.
there's AI recipes that are all over the internet now that are fucked up. Like it's a big thing. Yeah, that how to cook that lady. She does some like busting internet myths and memes and stuff, and testing like uh, uh, popular stuff on the social media sites.
Yeah.
And
Right.
she apparently there's a big influx of just fake recipes.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
give
would
your. I
never
didn't watch the
actually
video,
work.
but I think,
Yeah, and they'll never
yeah,
actually
give
work
your cheese
either.
a bath. What was give your cheese a bath? What the fuck was that?
Oh, so like there's these people that are like, if you don't rinse the cornstarch or whatever, whatever they use to keep the pre-grated cheese from clumping up. Usually it's
Oh,
like
right.
cornstarch or something like that. That your cheese won't
Yeah,
melt
yeah.
the same and it'll be gross. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, it looks a little different, but like you'd never be able to tell the difference in like when you're, biting your nachos or whatever.
Yeah.
It's such
Yeah,
a
the only
minute difference. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like it does make a difference visually. You can kind of tell the difference, but
yeah,
you
like
never
flavor wise,
taste
it's
it.
nothing.
It's not going to affect your recipe in any real way.
Yeah, the only cheese I've come across that shit that's not real cheese. Like you ever try to melt like the fake like non-dairy cheese shit? It doesn't fucking melt.
Wait, non-dairy cheese?
Yeah, I don't know what they make it out of
I've
for
never
whatever.
bought non-dairy cheese. Why on God's earth would I even buy that?
Yeah, no, it exists and it's horrible.
Yeah, I would
Yeah, it
imagine.
doesn't melt for shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably plastic or something. Now,
Like, I don't know why anyone would want non-dairy cheese.
I'm
Unless it was like a
vegans.
legitimate, like, dietary necessity, but, like, even if you're lactose intolerant, cheese shouldn't be affecting your lactose intolerance.
Mm. Yeah, I've got to imagine it's a vegan thing. That
Yeah.
just again, they can't eat anything that comes from animals. Mm. But yeah, it's yeah, not good.
Yeah. Oh, I had a fun interaction with this guy last night
Mm.
on VR chat. This dude was a fucking lunatic. So
Mm-hmm.
in the karaoke rooms, some of like the one that's really popular right now that I'm spending most of my time in, there's like a little stage up front, and if you go and you stand on the stage, you'll be perfectly in sync with the music for everybody. So like one of the things in VR chat is everybody has a different delay. Because it's with their computer connecting to the server, connecting to VR chat, and going back and forth, it's gonna be like microseconds off for everybody. So when you're doing
Mm-hmm.
karaoke, if
Right.
everybody's singing at the same time, there's gonna be a lot of people that are off for you, and that's just
Right.
just how it
Right.
is. There's really no way to take it out. It's basically impossible to resolve. It's just one of those facts of doing something online, and
Right. Mm-hmm.
so a lot of times when you're in those karaoke rooms, there might be like a stage and somebody will do like they'll go up and sing on their own. People just chat in the background all the time, and this guy just
Mm-hmm.
flipped shit and was just livid that this one guy started talking and like he was screaming and yelling and just throwing a fucking temper tantrum because we were not all just watching him on the stage, and
Damn,
everybody
dude.
was just like, dude, you're not that fucking special. Like, relax. It's not about you. Like,
Yeah.
they're just chatting and it has nothing to do with you. Go sing your fucking song. We all thought he was doing good. He was yelling at all of us because we were all chatting. But it's like, dude, that's what you get in karaoke rooms, dude. People be chatting all the time. It's not like like, I imagine in a real karaoke bar, like a real place where they're doing karaoke, it's probably frowned upon for everybody to just be like talking up a storm while someone's on stage. I've never been to one, but I would imagine that you're kind of expected to pay attention to the person on stage for the most part.
Right. Right.
Like people are going to have a little quiet conversations here and there, but I don't imagine like everybody's just chattering away like a bunch of fucking high school kids.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Was he like? What? Were they like singing or something? Like
Yeah, he was
I
mad
could
because
hear
when
them
he was
all.
singing up on stage that everybody was, people were chatting.
Wow.
Everybody apparently has to stop when he gets up on the stage and watch him and pay attention to nothing else. And it's like, dude,
Wow.
you're not that
Just
special.
fuck off. Yeah. What the fuck?
Even in a real karaoke bar, in all honesty, if people want to chat, I don't really think there's an issue. I can't imagine. But I assume that like the general consensus is most people pay attention to whoever's on stage out of politeness. So I'm sure like if somebody was a little upset about that, it would be like more understandable. But like this guy just threw a full on temper tantrum. Like he went off. I don't usually like to block people unless there's like a really good reason. I ended up having to mute and block the guy because he just went off for like 15 minutes. Like he was still going after 15 minutes, and I'm just like, I can't listen to this anymore. Because at a certain point, you're not bringing up anything new. You've said everything you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
He starts
reason to
looping
continue
around and
screaming
fucking.
about whatever nonsense you're mad about. You're just wasting everybody's time.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just kind of looping around on your finger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He started looping after about 30 seconds because the only thing he had to be mad about was
Yeah.
people talking while he was singing on stage. And it's like, that's how the world's work, dude. Like, you can't make everybody pay attention to you. It's just not real. And who gives a shit? It's a fucking video game.
Yeah.
You're singing
Yeah.
on
It's
a
not that
fucking
fucking
microphone on
serious.
your computer. Like, grow up.
Yeah. Like, what is there a town scout in the fucking crowd
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you're worried
exactly.
about?
That's one of the other things I tell people all the time because I'll hear people like, "Oh, I can't sing, motherfucker. This ain't a contest. Just get up there and have fun. Who
Yeah.
gives
This
a
is
shit if
for
you can
fucking.
sing or not?
Yeah.
It ain't about
Yeah.
being the
Just fucking
bestest
have
singer
fun.
in the room, dude. Just fucking get up there and belt some shit out. Who fucking cares?"
Mm. Damn.
I just thought it was hilarious. That dude was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the crazy thing to fucking. Jesus.
Oh, and then I didn't know this. One of the ladies on my friends list apparently is fucking dumb. Like she gives people money on fucking through the internet. And so like one of the
Wow.
guys there, I don't know the dude. I didn't know him. I don't really know much about him. other than he seems like a lunatic and I ended up blocking him. But she's given him like $7,000
Wow.
over
For what?
a period of time on the internet, and she was upset because he had muted her and wasn't talking to her anymore because she said she couldn't afford to give him any more money right now.
What the fuck? What was she giving him money for?
I don't fucking know. I couldn't figure it out. They were all way too well. He sounded like a hobo, just fucking muttering to himself. Like he wasn't even doing anything interesting or entertaining or like literally he would sit on the stage and be like, I don't fucking care about anybody. I'm going to touch myself because I watched this show and blah, blah, blah. And just muttering like some fucking psychotic homeless person. Like, it was disconnected and very, very rarely made any coherent sense. So I don't know why she was giving him money or for what. But that's all he does. I've seen him before, and that's what he does. That's why he's muted and blocked for me.
So he's like panhandling in VR.
Apparently, or something, and she's giving him a whole bunch of fucking money. And she's a pretty looking 30-something-year-old. Like, she's a good looking gal. If the picture she has for herself is to be believed, which take that with a grain of salt, could be bullshit. Don't know.
Right. Yeah, it's always tough to tell.
But it just blew my mind because you would think that would go the other way, like the guy giving the girl money and getting upset because the girl won't talk to him no more. But now apparently this was the woman giving money to the guy. And
sounds like he didn't care if he was talking to him or not. Yeah. He wasn't getting any money from him anymore. That's what he was mad about.
Oh yeah, he was upset because she wasn't giving him any more money, so he muted her. I was like, oh, that's so sad. But that was such a weird thing. You reminded me of that when you were talking about the catfishing thing, where the guys think they're dating these like super famous people, or the ladies think they're dating super famous people.
Yeah. It's a fucking it's an odd mindset. Like I get with schizophrenic that are falling for that shit. Like I get, you know what I mean? That dude's fucking schizophrenic. Obviously, he's having trouble.
He's one of those people that has the kind of delusions where he's rich and somebody stole all his money too. You know what I mean? Like,
there are people that are not that fucking crazy that fall for that shit too. I mean, I guess they're a little fucked in the head to be that delusional, I guess. But yeah, it's weird that like people that aren't that, you know, like again, something like really fucked up, like schizophrenic.
Is it crazy or is it just stupid? Because there's a lot of stupid people out there that are just fucking dumb.
Yeah,
like
it's definitely
what is it? The one that thought she was dating. Who did she think she was dating?
Yeah. The one. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, and he needed all this plastic surgery or something. It's like, how stupid are you? Brad Pitt has millions of dollars. If he can afford surgery, he doesn't need you to pay for his surgery. Yeah. And would probably not be asking some random stranger over the internet to fucking pay for his surgery for. Like,
well, I remember the Darius Rucker one. It was something getting, and he couldn't access his money because of the. You know what I mean? They make up stupid shit like that. And people fucking believe it. It's amazing. Yeah, it's just like, you know, that Shelbo guy. Yeah, no, Pokemon has agreed to give him $25 million that she has. So she just needs the money from him right now, though. But yeah, she's gonna pay him. She's gonna give it all to him.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was the last one. She's like, no. They had some fake argument. The fake Pokemon was like, okay, look, I made it up to you. As soon as I can, I'll give you all my money. Like, yeah, no, that seems like a reasonable thing for somebody to do for the $5,000 you've sent them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The delusion's fucking fascinating.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
I wonder if he's really sending money, because I doubt he's getting it from anywhere.
Yeah, well, he's got disability from what I understand. And that's
But
what
even
he's been
then, I'm
sending.
wondering if he's actually sending them money, or if he just thinks he's sending them money and like they can't get him to stop fucking contacting him.
Yeah, no, that has been. It's like they finally feel bad. Huh? But it seems like the only thing I know for sure that they're trying to get him to stop doing is like buying jewelry and buying rings and shit, because there's no way for them to get that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no!
Yeah. So I've heard them convincing him to like bring that shit back, and then it's like, yeah, no, they for our wedding gift or whatever, she wants a Razor gift card or whatever. It's fucking, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure Pokey Mean desperately needs a Razor gift card that she obviously, for some reason, can't buy on her own.
Oh yeah, every time that shit's always funny. The weird stuff they come up with for like why they need gift cards. It's like, look, anytime somebody's asking you for a gift card, just say no and stop. You know, like unless it's your fucking grandkid. If your grandkid is like, oh granny, if you send me an iTunes gift card, I would love you so much. And you want to send your fucking grandkid a gift card, fine, go for it. But don't be sending them to Ahmed over the fucking internet, you know?
Yeah, I remember there was one, actually, my mom's sister knew some lady that got kind of suckered in like that. It was some guy that claimed to be working on something, and that he couldn't get, couldn't get on land to buy the gift cards he needed or the Google Play.
Oh god, how ridiculous!
And, yeah, that one at least they were able to talk her, make her realize, yeah, this is bullshit. See these pictures? These are not him. These pictures are sending you as this other guy. So that had a somewhat happy ending. But yeah, man, the amount of fucking money they continued. Like, it seems like I don't know, after like the second or third time, you should be like, okay, the things that were supposed to happen after I sent you the money are not happening when they say they're supposed to happen. Like, how do you not recognize that as a fucking scam?
I would say
I know,
after the third or fourth time they've sent money, like if there's family or friends involved, they should be able to report this and get their access to their accounts taken away. And get them put into some sort of fucking facility where somebody will start deprogramming them, you know?
Yeah.
Because obviously I think there's some sort of mental health issues involved when it comes to the concept where you're consistently giving somebody money for no reason.
Yeah, very flimsy bullshit reason. Yeah.
I think it constitutes financial abuse. I think it makes them a danger to themselves. And I think that's grounds to take away their access to their accounts and to get somebody else involved in their mental health. Yeah, where they have to sit down and talk with some psychiatrists. And get that dealt with, because that's pretty ridiculous that it's like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, like, no, what do you mean whatever? Like, let's find out why these people are getting, losing all this money. It's not something we should just be like, nah, whatever.
Yeah, there should be some kind of laws in place to protect these people from themselves.
Yeah. Technically, there are rules in place to protect them from themselves. They're just not being used properly.
Yeah. Shit. Oh fuck, we're past the time, dude.
Oh yeah,
we're done.
We're done, and we've run out of topics too. So we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, we're kind of fine. Yep. So let's call it for everybody not